Hello and welcome to Blood and Song. I am Johnny, your GM, and tonight I'm joined by Sean, who is running the stream.
Hello, yeah, just about barely, but yeah.
Ryan, who is in Nottingham.
Hello.
I'm doing this like a Cilla Black dating game. Joffrey in Barcelona.
Hello, everyone.
And Dan in the cupboard under the stairs.
Yay, I'm Harry Potter.
Yay.
How are we all, chaps?
Good.
I mean-
Tired. As Johnny said, I have moved out of London. I've moved up north. It's the Midlands.
It's
isn't it?
Midlands.
It's the Midlands, yeah. But
Yeah.
it feels like the north from London. You know, anywhere that's above, sort of.
Oxford.
Yeah, is too. Oh, even Oxford's too far west now.
I mean, you're all north of me, so.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm in the north of Joffrey. But yeah, it's been interesting. That's why, as you can see, because normally, you know, we've got the full zoom window, so you can see all my trash behind me. But while I'm still unpacking, when you arrived here late last night. But I set up the most important thing, set up the bed first. So if I got tired of unpacking, I could just fall straight asleep instead of having to do that. And then I set up all my electronics, chair, computer, all this stuff, because, you know, I can live out of boxes, but I can't play my PlayStation out of a box.
Oh, I've still got a box in
Isn't
the
it?
background which the audience can fully see ever since I moved in here, because I've still not fully unpacked since June. But, you know, we'll get to it, as long as you're settling in alright, right? In Nottingham.
It's
I
good.
mean,
It's good.
I've lived here for 9 months, and I'm not going to show you the floor of this room because it's embarrassing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's a
You need
reality
to
of anyone
tell-
who's moved, is it takes
You need
years.
to tell my wife that, because she's upset that the house hasn't had the extension, the loft conversion, and everything's painted and decorated. We've been here 2 months, so
I'll send you a
Oh.
picture right now. So but I'll just send it to you.
Send it straight to her.
Yeah.
Send it straight to
Yeah.
her.
If we get 100 gifted subs, we'll show you the photo on stream as well. If we get
There you
100
go.
gifted
Cool.
subs
Yeah, yeah.
in this episode, then
One
we'll just
episode.
get Joffrey to take his camera and show us all.
Don't worry, Dan, I feel your pain. Despite me building 2 sets of furniture this week, the garden furniture, which we've put in the conservatory, and building our sofas, and doing a bunch of other boring stuff, I still got you've still got that box by the bed that's been there since we
Oh.
moved in.
Man.
I'll get to it
Yeah.
when I get to it.
Well, it's been there, and you've seen it.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no.
yeah.
That would be hell.
I like
I
that.
unpack all my own stuff.
I can say all of this because my wife
She-
doesn't watch the stream.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's brave man.
Yeah, we've got no other women on. Smelly grasses. There's no
There has
Christine to
been-
grass
there's
on
been
us.
less and less women, haven't there? We need to. We're just enjoying the meat for Christmas. Is that what it is? Is that what we're saying?
Well, we're all just good friends who ignore gender as a personal choice and focus on each other as human beings instead, because that's far more important.
Well
Flex.
That's how it's done. So, what else is anything else exciting? I wish I could say something exciting has happened to me. I nearly got in a fight in Sainsbury's because someone cut in front with a trolley. That's about as exciting as it got. Someone
Well,
tried to queue skip. It's not okay.
It's not okay. It's not.
Certainly not at Christmas. There's like 3 old ladies behind me.
I thought one of the core tenets of this country is that we know how to queue. You know, you
Yeah.
can't just have a queue skipper. That's unpatriotic queue skipping, if you ask
Yeah.
me. You know, you call
I
yourself
fully agree.
a God-fearing
Queuing-
Englishman. You need to
Queuing
queue.
infringes on my personal rights, so I want to go first.
Hashtag true
Are you a queue skeptic? Are you? Are you anti-queue?
He's a
that what
queue
you are?
denier.
It's a queue denier.
Denier.
Oh my god. Actually, it's really not a bad metaphor for it.
It's not, is it? It's really
It's
not.
really not a bad metaphor for it. I don't believe in queues. They're not real. The government made them up. Well,
Keep us
It's
in
a
line.
social
Keep
construct
us in
to
line.
keep me in
you know?
line. Yeah,
yeah.
fine.
It's the
I'm not doing
government.
anything wrong. I want to buy my stuff. I'm paying like everyone else.
Well, moving away from this very cheery subject very rapidly.
So yeah, we did our youth academy show on Saturday.
Nice.
Which has kept me up
Congratulations.
from like I've you know, I don't know how you feel about these, because as an actor, I normally tend to get relatively okay good night's sleep before a show. As a director, not all. I really don't sleep. As a youth academy director, it's even worse. I don't know why. It's because you don't trust the kids. I don't know what it is, because you have no
Said that, that's
control
on the
over.
internet now. That's on the
Oh.
internet. You don't trust.
But no,
Because
but
they're
it's
kids,
a fact.
they're
Not to be
kids, right? They're
trusted.
kids.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
kids. They don't know better.
Isn't there that?
can't
Isn't there
be
a thing
trusted.
about don't work with kids and animals? Isn't there? Isn't that
Oh,
like
God.
a
Yes,
thing?
there is, and then the
Yeah.
three of
So-
us work with children who, the
Who
metaphor
are
could even
animals.
extend. Yes, well be described.
Animals are
And
at least
it's
charming. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, some kids are.
So yeah, I've not been sleeping very much this last week. I got to the point of the crazy head, the black bags under the eyes, Joffrey, which Stan has met before. And,
Yeah, in Dan's current state. Yeah.
yeah, also that.
Dan's constant state.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I got to Saturday and we did 2 runs before the parents saw it. The first run was, there's no other word than atrocious.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I literally thought, okay, that's fine. We got this out of a system. The run after that was worse. I nearly cried.
Oh.
I was,
fuck.
and I literally, at the end of the run, I sat on with them and I went, I'm really sorry. I hope you realize that there's nothing I can do at this point.
Oh, you pulled that one.
And
Did
parents
you
are-
failed you all.
Look,
I failed you all.
I failed you all. I'm just really disappointed. I don't think we're gonna.
No. What I meant is I can't feed you lines during the show because you can't feed lines during a show. I can't tell you where you need to be standing because you can't do that live. So what you did now is probably what you'll do in front of your parents. And
This
I
is the best
genuinely
you're gonna
meant
get.
it. I genuinely
Wow.
meant it.
Oh,
And
Joffrey.
they did an amazing show. The bastards. I fucking hate them. Oh my god, it was so good. The
That's-
parents
that's
loved
how
it.
they
Put the
work.
fear into them.
That's
Yeah,
how
you
they
gave them
work.
tough
You
love.
think-
Yeah.
You think you weren't sleeping? They were up all night practicing to not disappoint you. So whatever you did, Joffrey, worked.
Mate,
Oh,
you
Mr.
gave them
Yeah.
tough
Joffrey's the
love.
best. I can't believe he's disappointed in us.
I know, maybe
I-
something. I don't know what it was, but yeah, the parents loved it. The kids are super happy. Everyone's happy. And I then got home and slept 17 hours.
Yeah,
Oh.
you did. It was a
What?
good night.
Yeah, no. So I got home, I had lunch, decided I'd have a nap. I didn't have a nap. Slept 5 hours till 9 when my girlfriend arrived. Just woke me up. We had dinner. Then I went back to bed and I slept 12 hours. So yeah, that's
Ridiculous.
That's literally 4 days sleep for me.
yeah, I believe you.
Talking of needing 4 days sleep, look at that. That's a segue that
was pretty
worked.
good. That was
Very
pretty
good.
So
Well,
I'm
we
going to
don't
celebrate
know-
that one for a
We
while.
don't know if it has worked yet. You have to say the follow-up bit, don't you?
Roll the bloody tape.
All right. Let's see if Sean can
Let's see
do
if this
that bit.
actually works. If everyone gets a black screen, then you'll know it hasn't gone right.
We've had 4
And
contacts.
we're
We're going back in.
Back. I forgot to count down.
Yes,
That's-
yes,
sorry.
it's fine. It's fine. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Previously on Blood and Song, you were in a minor scuffle with as few as 106 legionaries. You fought a century, essentially, as they, for some
Try
reason...
saying that again 5 times fast. A century, essentially. A century,
Essentially. Got it covered, mate.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Very good.
Yeah.
Fair played.
As the Legion had come north for some unknown reason, well, not unknown, because Docs had managed to capture one of them as you were ritually slaughtering them all, and then whilst Lack was bludgeoning their heads to death,
Putting them to sleep. It's mercy killing.
bludgeoning
Everyone
them,
does. After
bludgeoning
a battle.
already dead bodies.
Well, I
Uh,
know that. They
He's
could have
not a
been in
doctor.
pain.
Yeah.
You know,
Joffrey did nothing. Docs managed to torture, kill heal back from brink of death and then release a legionnaire after revealing that there's been some complete changeovers in the Senate, some real scuffles down there, and Docs warned them if they ever came north again, they would all die. A fairly terrifying message. The rest of the party were fairly psychologically traumatized by the battle, it's fair to say. They worked through some stuff. Octavius, so overcome by what Lack was doing in Lack's rage and frustration, Lack having come back from the dead, just walked off into the woods and refused to follow anyone else. The rest of the party were following Faeza, the 16, 17-year-old tiefling druid who was guiding you back to Innisbild, the small, or one of the larger settlements that you've heard of in Nurmengard, a place that has about 100, 150 people living in it. As you were walking back, Ripper had to pick up Toots and Faeza, both exhausted. Toots in desperate need of repair, back to sentience, but for how long, no one yet knows. And so we pick up with a lot of you walking back towards the village itself. What would you like to do?
6, is Lack still passed out?
That's a question to ask Dan, I suppose. But so when we
Us,
last
yeah,
left,
basically, yeah.
Lack had sort
He's
of passed
sleeping.
out from exhaustion, and I slung him over my shoulder, gave my bits and pieces to Ripper, and followed Docs towards, who was in turn following Faeza. I remembered it by thinking of paella.
Hate that.
It works though. It works.
It works.
And we, So I don't know. Dan. What do you think? Is Lack still passed out at this stage?
Yeah, he's still passed out to begin with. I think it's been quite it's been a busy day for him. Been a big day for him. And he kind of needs to just sleep it off for a bit. He feels safe.
Okay.
Fire, how much further have we got to walk?
Oh, it should only be about half an hour now, I would have thought.
Oh, all right. Faeza, I think when we get there, we'll find Fire, they've got a workshop around these here parts.
What's a workshop?
Like where you got like tools and stuff, where you like build fences and like, you know, like, I don't know, asses.
Maybe some.
and,
Oh,
like,
you mean Dim?
moths and stuff.
Oh yeah, we've got Dim. He's the blacksmith.
Yeah, he'll do. If you got, perfect. Is he dim because he ain't got like much up there?
He is bald, yes.
All right,
Oh,
that's
good.
yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, sure. All right, Faeza, when we we'll get you there. We'll drop Toots and you off at Dim's place, and you can help fix them up.
Faeza sort of looks at you and just gives you a really weak smile.
I believe I believe I'm carrying her on my shoulders like a child.
You certainly are.
Just
As
like
she's
legs,
looking.
legs slung over.
Oh, I thought she was under one arm because you've also
No,
got
no.
Toots under
No,
your
I've
other
got
arm.
I've got Toots under the spikes, like carrying it.
Right.
I've got weapons, Six's weapons in the other hand, and Thingy on my shoulders.
Right. So she just sort of pats your head, because that's about all the effort she can manifest after that combat.
And Six is carrying Lack.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of carrying going on.
Yeah.
Yes. Then I'm
Yeah.
carrying the burden of what I've just done with me.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yes,
much.
Exactly. Metaphysical baggage for you.
Yes.
So unless there's anything anyone else wants to do on the journey itself, in the next half an hour or so, you come across a small hillock, or rather large hillock, I should say, that has got this winding path that stretches all the way around it in a spiral. And at the top of this path, you can see a small, well, from here, small, that's the way distance works, but a palisade sticking out. You wend your way around the hill, climbing up with views down to the south. And as you reach the top and the palisade gate, you realise that you're stood fairly high up, considering the rest of the lowlands and gentle hills you had been walking through. as you walk into the village itself, you see a smattering of people in the rain. What you do notice is this place looks like nothing any of you aside from Docs have ever seen before. Can you all give me a perception check, please?
Oh, I can't get over how nice those new D&D fuzzy dice sound. It genuinely sounds like someone's just like hit a microphone with a bit of felt, but like really sexily.
Is that on D&D Beyond?
D&D Beyond, the new like pink felt dice.
Oh, I'll have to look at them.
Yeah, they are nice. They are very nice.
Pay attention.
Well,
that's
I'm asleep,
dirty
so
20,
I don't know.
So
Very
it's all right. I've got enough perception for the both of us.
I've got 19.
I've got 23, but I don't want to like,
One
If
eye
you
open.
were
I don't
awake.
think I count
Yeah.
because I mean, I rolled a 27, but it's not new for me, is it?
No. So as you walk into this place, the kind of background bustle of the town of the village is a little bit louder. But the first thing you notice, Doc's not unknown to you. You've seen plenty of settlements like this in the south of Newmangarts where you've wandered. But for the rest of you, you can't immediately see any buildings, but you do see lots of holes in the ground. And then as you kind of walk nearer these pits, you see that the houses are actually sunk into the side of the rocks, with the grass itself acting as the roofs. You see that the settlement contains maybe 50, 60 of these buildings, with one very large circular house, round house, carved out in the middle. And there's kind of a large wooden double door that is pushed open in the centre of it. And you can see that there's this kind of market is built around the front of this roundhouse, with everything else just seeming to be houses built into the side. So it's almost like you're walking on a palisade wall, as it were. If you imagine a castle wall walking around and everything else is sunk down. And the path that you were on does, again, spiral down into this lower level where the houses are. Faeza leads you down, and you see people starting to wave to her and wave at you. And with those perception checks, anyone who got over a 15 would notice that everyone is smiling. Everyone seems genuinely happy. Anyone who gets over a 20, you notice that there doesn't seem to be any older people. And there also seems to be not a scuffle, but a rather lively discussion happening at the front of the roundhouse.
So there's literally 5 people walk in, complete all these lovely happy smiley faces, and we
Do you know
are
what it is? It's
head
like
to toe drenched in
it's like
blood.
the end of Black Hawk Down, you know, when they sort of come into the village after they've been in Mogadishu, and they sort of come back to the base.
We are literally like head to toe, like covered in blood.
we need
like.
So yeah, Six says something to the group like, we need a bath. We need a bath and a tea, and afterwards we'll.
Can you
be ready.
grab Faeza? Can you grab Cutler, youths to give us a hand? Shout a couple over.
What do you need assistance with, Ripper?
Well, I need a couple of things. First of all, I need someone to take Toots and Faeza to Dim. Right? We'll tell them we'll chuck them a couple of gold. And you know, must have scallywags in this town. You know, like little uns, like
Hang
you
on.
know.
Wait, sorry, Ripper, what's gold?
It's stuff you used to pay for stuff for. You know, like,
What do you mean
hello,
pay for
I would
stuff?
like a drink. All right, mate. Yeah, yes, sir. No, 3 bags full, sir. Here's a pint. And then I go, oh, thank you very much. There's a gold for the pint.
Wait, but you just gave them 3 bags of wool. Why would you also give them a metal?
What? All right.
And also not 3 full bags.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
give them half a bag. See if
And
they
that does
like
seem
it.
a lot for a drink.
Exactly. Come back with a follow-up
It's-
bag.
What is used here as a system of procurement?
Well, if someone needs something, we give it to them. I mean, normally in exchange for something they need, but that's it.
Okay.
Do you just
great.
go around giving people metal? That's really weird, Ripper.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
then
normal everywhere?
Yeah, because you do things to then get the metal, right? Anyway,
But what do you use the metal for?
to then buy other things that I need.
I'm really confused. So you just give metal to people so that they can give you metal so you can give to other people? It's so
You
easy
basically
just to give them something they need.
it's called economicy, right? It's six. I'm saying that right now.
I believe it's economic. You got to say it like that because if it's different, if you say it a different way, it means something completely different. So
that's so strange.
All right. Well, listen. I'll trade a prayer or something like that with someone.
Oh, I wouldn't go offering that much. That's very sacred.
I need a big drink, a big alcoholic. You're all children here. Is there no booze in this? Please tell me you've at least discovered the fermentation process.
She looks at you as the look where teenagers try to give the look that adults sometimes give of, oh, bless you. Which an older adult can absolutely pull off that kind of sheer amount of degradation. But when a teenager does it, they just look slightly constipated.
Violet, do me a favour. Who is the most well-travelled person in this entire village?
Well, that would be me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Right. Don't know what a hot bath is, or a beer, or money.
Well,
or
beer we know. We have beer, but
metal.
why would we drink beer? Well, it's
right. Delicious. I need 8 of those. As big a glasses as you got.
You know, let's not be tourists. I feel like that's a tourist move. What can we have to drink to refresh our souls and spirits in this place?
Well, if you hang on, excuse me, and she sort of pushes through some of the crowd and walking into the roundhouse itself. Now you see the torches lit on the sides of the walls. You see inside, although it looked to be kind of earth outside, you weren't sure what you'd find inside. There is sort of a wooden wall around it and this kind of slightly vaulted wooden ceiling, the entirety of which is covered in kind of these amazing paintings and sculptures. And there's kind of a smattering of a crowd in there looking worried. And she calls out, I'll answer that in just a second, Ripper. The heroes have returned! Innes Build is safe again! And you hear the crowd go, "Way!" and give these kind of celebratory clears, and then she cries. She looks over at you, Ripper, and then looks back to the crowd and goes, "Mead for everyone!" And then before too long, this cask is kind of brought forward and just broached with an axe, and people are getting these big horns and just dipping them in. And she hands it out to you and goes, "It's honey, but really good."
Yeah, get 8 of those horns, right? Get 8 of those horns.
Yeah, you should have led with the mead. I mean,
yeah, you should have led with the mead. Also, do you have like this barrel? Do you have any of them that's me-sized? And you're a druid, right? You can you just like get one that's me-sized, fill it full of water, and then create a bonfire under it for me, please, if you wouldn't mind. Metal tub will do actually as well. That will hold the heat a bit better actually.
Why would we have what a tremendous waste of metal?
I don't know. Dim. Where's that blacksmith? He'll know what I'm talking about.
Right, I've just messaged him. He'll be here in a second.
All right, cool.
And within a few seconds, you see this gangly-looking guy, maybe about 35, but with kind of comically large arms, walking in, and kind of quite broad shoulders. And he's just got these tattoos of squirrels all across his chest, which is... And he comes and goes, "Oh, Faeza, you're back." Yes. Yes, Dim. What? How can I help?
Do you have a tub that is me-sized?
What's a tub?
Do you have any empty mead barrels?
The pools, the devices that your animals drink out of, I believe you might call it a trough. Do you have a spare one of those that we could use?
We've got a stream.
Oh, that's freezing cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all right. Finally, you can do the thing with your flamey hands, right? All you got to do, flamey hands, put it at the front of the thingy, and then by the time the water gets to us, it's warm, right?
Fire's not really my thing, Ripper. Sorry.
Oh no, that's literally Octavius's thing, isn't it? And he's not here. And like the one time I need him to heat a bath for me, right?
Look, I'm sure.
And he's
Look,
not here.
leave
You know,
it with me. I'm sure we can try and do something for you.
Yeah,
know,
I need to wash all this blood off me.
Well, there's the
How-
stream, and it's still fine, and there is a well, so you can always just slough the bucket over you.
Yeah, both
Docs,
those sound great.
Ripper, let us take a moment. I need to make sure my brother is okay. Let's go to the stream.
Yeah.
We'll wash. We'll take a cold dip, and then we'll come back in, and we'll rest.
I'm just
So-
gonna. All right. I'm gonna obviously leave. I'm gonna leave Faeza and Toots with Dim. I'm gonna get as many mead horns full of mead as possible. As
Okay,
many as
yeah.
one man can carry.
People
And
are kind of jostling and laughing on things, and they are just handing them one. One goes to hand one to Docs and just looks at him, and his face just drops.
Yeah, I would like to. So as we walked in, you said there was a this animated discussion, right? Are these people still here?
Yes.
Are they still arguing?
Yes.
I would like to sort of try and snoop,
Okay.
Snoop, yeah.
snoop and sneak at the same time.
Yes.
Sneak.
And just
Drop.
make a. Are you trying to stealthily approach them then?
Yeah, just see if I can hear what they're saying.
Oh,
I
that's
can
easy. Make a stealth check.
Stealth. I've got disadvantage because.
Certainly do. And you're covered in blood and dripping.
So that was a 21 and an 8, which I believe.
So as you're
Means-
dripping, people start moving out of the way, and the guy who had offered you the meat horn just sort of withdraws slightly, as there's a few looks of not recognition, but within your experience, it's fair to say that your reputation precedes you rather than an actual recognition.
Do I see this?
Just people backing away from him as you see Docs walking towards what looks like a lively discussion between two rather unique individuals.
Right.
The two individuals in question. Let me get my notes up. Close the screen. One of them is rather short and too pretty by half. He's appears to be human. With shaved sides of the head and then these kind of just spikes on top. He's got these tattooed 3 lines kind of coming down from his eye, short one, a medium one, and then a long one. And his chest is just covered in whorls and walls and different shapes. And he seems to be kind of shaking a finger at the other one, who looks as much like a peacock as it's possible for a human to appear. He's kind of wearing these kind of purple and pink, almost like a doublet. It's really kind of not Nurmengard fashion, but you'd recognise him, Docs, as a Nurmengardian. He's got this kind of close cropped dark hair. He's actually shaved his beard, which is really weird considering it's cold, and he's kind of got this twirly moustache with just a bit of a goatee hanging down. And roll me a history check. Let's see if you recognise either of these individuals by reputation. You are muted, by the way.
Yeah, no. I rolled a 7, so no.
No. What you would tell instantly is by the look of them and how confident they look, you can tell that these are both Skalds, the equivalent of bards, if you will, in the south, who are essentially not just roving troubadours, but they are also essentially roving police, or rather roving magistrates. They have the power of negotiating settlements and marrying people and doing things like this, as well as being law keepers and history keepers. There are several different bard schools or Skald schools in Nurmengard, and they all have kind of friendly rivalry, a Hogwarts rivalry we could call it. So to see 2 of them, you can immediately hear them arguing, and the smaller one with the kind of spiked hair is going, "I didn't do anything! I don't know anything!" And you kind of can't really make out the words. It's sort of like listening to Glaswegian.
Are they talking about Scottish independence? Yeah.
And the other one's going, "Yes, well, look, right. The thing is, I know you did it, and it's not on. I thought we had a deal."
think it's.
And then,
Skalds
hey,
of
next
Independence.
and I didn't do nothing this and in place and I left it. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna keep listening up until I try and figure out if intervention is required, if it's safe,
Make
if
me
this
an
is going to
insight
affect
check.
us.
Rather than me roleplay an entire
27.
conversation between two characters.
Oh,
That'll do. Very quickly, it becomes apparent that the peacocky Skald is accusing the shorter, spiky-haired Skald of taking something and reneging on a deal, and it kind of comes to a head with the smaller one going, "Ach, well, we're just dealing with it. Maybe dealing with it. It's not really a problem, like," and just walking off, and the other going, "Yeah, well, I guess we will then, won't we? Oh, naff," and just storms off in the opposite direction.
Well, since they don't appear to be immediately of danger to us, I will ignore it. And maybe try and find somewhere to sleep. But
In this time, you see, or rather Ripper would see, two guys walking towards you who look about 14, or maybe a little bit older, maybe 16, and they are kind of a little bit acne filled. Both of them have got quite gingery hair. One of them's got a very hooked nose. The other one has these kind of quite round ears, downy tuft on their chins.
young
And
Johnny.
They ginger hair and round ears. What's the
Young
hell, man?
Johnny.
Ginger?
Yeah, you dye it now. I mean, no, sorry, I wasn't supposed to tell anyone that on stream. It's
Yeah, I dye my
naturally-
eyebrows,
it's
mate.
Naturally beautiful.
So Ripper's level 5 again.
Oh no!
And these two boys going, "Hey, Mr. Ripper, sir! Mr. Ripper, sir!"
Yeah. I assume through some kind of divination that you know my name or my reputation precedes me, but
Viola said, "Look for the really handsome man."
well, that is me. Yes, yes. Which one was that again?
That was the
Viola.
one with the Viola, yeah.
Oh, Faeza, right. Sorry, yeah.
We've got something she said you might be interested in.
I've heard that proposition before.
Come on, follow us! And they kind of skip out of the roundhouse.
Okay, I'm gonna follow them out the roundhouse.
So they lead you a little way away, and you see essentially what looks like a pile of rocks, and then make an insight check. I will say, Ripper.
All right. Oh, I'm not great at that. Can I make a perception check instead?
No,
Oh, 13.
that'll do. They don't have metal buckets or baths. They don't have a trough big enough for you to bathe in. But it seems they have tried to get together enough pieces of rock and kind of just lodge them into the river to make a sort of a deeper area. And then in this area, you can see that they've dug under the river and kind of just put like a small bonfire that's wafting out.
So they've made a ghetto jacuzzi, is what you're getting at.
I mean, as you look at it, do you like put a hand in it or anything?
Yeah. I'll.
I mean, it's not hot,
It's not cold though.
but it is definitely no longer like there's a fucking freezing river, bathe.
All right.
It's sort of, they've really made an effort at
No,
trying to do what they think you've described.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Well, I think this is quite fantastic actually. I like what you've done here. Who did the digging?
I did that.
That
One
was
of the round ear says.
that's pretty quick work. Listen, I know you guys don't have any economy or capitalism or anything like that over here, but I want you to take this. How many of them are there? 2.
2.
I'm gonna give them each a gold piece.
They look at it and go, "What's this?"
But you can buy it.
You
first of all.
bury it in the ground, and in 100 years, when your children have children, they come back. It is sprouted into the thing that you desire most.
Make a deception check.
5.
They will roll insight. They look at you and go, "We weren't born yesterday, mate."
Well, I mean,
Well, day before yesterday.
Yeah, day before yesterday, maybe you deal it.
Hey!
Then. No, look, I tell you what. So first of all, right, you bite it, yeah,
Right.
and if it leaves little
Ow!
impressions, then it means it's real.
It hurts.
I know it normally does when you bite that hard. And second of all, if you have anyone else who comes through the town that isn't like any of you lot, right, they normally trade in this kind of currency, and it means that when you go on your travels, as you get a bit older, you can then spend this wherever you like. You know, I'm sure the Skalds will have weaved tales about many, and he's sort of, as he's saying this, he's just getting undressed and getting ready to.
They don't
like,
seem at all intimidated or weirded out by it.
And also like the Skalds or the Skalds or whatever you call them, right? The bards, if you will. I've told stories about traveling. In fact, actually, we're sort of looking for a traveling bard up in these here parts actually as well. You might maybe the other.
Oh, we've got 2 in the town at the moment. One of them's really famous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
We've got Alfric of Thringfirth.
Okay, and the other one, the more famous one.
Oh, no, that is the famous one.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah, I've heard of him. And
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah, he's great. I love
just
him.
a friend of a friend told me. Yeah, a friend of
I
a
love
friend
him.
told
Great
me.
band. Great band.
My sister's uncle, basically best friend.
Yeah, and also who's the
Early
other one?
work. Loved his early work though.
Oh, and the other one kind of goes, "Yeah, well, actually, that's Kark of Dindle."
All right, Kark and Carcassonne and whatever else the other one was called.
Mark of Dindal. We can't do this without Christine. Someone needs to take notes.
Yeah,
Our
Brad.
when it's not, and when
Our
it's
two
not,
note takers are down.
Yeah,
So
well,
Kark of Dindal and sorry.
Alfric of Thringfirth. Thingthrith. I can't even read my own writing.
If I ever needed to make notes, I'd just go back and watch the episodes. That's how lazy I am. I just think, oh, if I needed to.
Okay,
know
what I
something,
will
I'll go
do,
back and
as
do it.
there is no Christine or Brad, if there are key characters, I will dump them in our Zoom chat for you.
Yeah, please. Well, yeah.
I know that Sean, you won't be able to. Oh no, it doesn't matter because we've not got the thingy set up. It would show people.
Yeah.
Our chat if Sean looks at it, but for everyone else, you can now see
Oops.
the names.
Yay.
So, all right. I also get those guys to go and grab the other lot, Lack and Six, and
Yeah. They run
Dogs
off
if they want.
with kind of glee in their hands. You can just make a perception check, Ripper.
Yeah. Can I make a chill out check for laying in this bath?
You can just pass that check.
A 17.
You notice that one of the boys, as clearly his kind of brother runs off, looks at the gold coin, looks at his brother, pulls out what looks like a spare kind of sock, drops the coin in it, and you just see him spinning it as he starts chasing after his brother. And
Oh,
they kind of
God.
disappear around the
Yeah,
corner.
I remember those days. Oh.
Ripper, you've not thought that you're maybe corrupting them with capitalism?
No, the thing is, like, some other idiot's going to come through here and be less understanding and nice, right? And they're going to demand gold or demand something like that. And at least I'm preparing them for something that they may or may
You know,
not
as a
have.
tool of barter, they'll now have something else in their arsenal.
Exactly. Yeah. You know. Oh, you have to get in this water. Like, luckily, they've created like an artificial dam, so all the blood will rush in and then rush out of it. But
So
like,
I'm
yeah.
gonna-
Well,
Well, it's slowly draining. It's not completely damned because it is literally just
Yeah,
a stream. But
Yeah.
there's enough to give a bit of depth for you.
yeah,
Finally.
I sort of figured it was something like that, sort
I'm
of like a
gonna
plunge
place
pool
Lack down
almost.
by the
that sort
side of the water and just sort of start to wash his wounds and attend to, you know, like just undress him, but not to, you know, to sort of,
Sure.
you know.
For
Yeah,
shits
yeah.
and giggles, make a medicine check.
Ooh, okay.
Somewhere Brad's like, that was the one thing
15.
Octavius can do.
Yeah. Hey, he's not here, man. He's not
Fact.
here.
Fact. That is, yeah, it's enough. It's fine. You seem to tend his wounds pretty well. Obviously, there's no healing involved till you guys get a long rest. But the healing seems to use kind of scrape out the wounds, make sure there's no infection. Whatever Lack does is up to Dan.
Oh, stop complaining, brother. Honestly,
It's gold.
I'm just washing you. Oh yes, okay. I thought you
Not
were
in
in
here.
pain.
Okay. Oh, I needed it anyway.
Here, drink
Where
this,
are we?
Drink this, and he'll cup a bit of water. And...
Mm-hmm.
Lack, I don't know where we are. The little girl took us to a place of I don't know, frivolity or some kind of longhouse. I'm not sure. There's some kind of celebration on.
Okay, are we safe?
We seem safe. It is one of the things I am sure at this moment we are safe. I'm not sure of anything else, brother. I'm not sure what happened on the battlefield. I'm not sure what happened with off Floki. I'm not sure what has happened to Octavius.
We have much to catch up on, brother. It has never been the
I'm sure
time
we're
we've
safe.
been running. Maybe here we can rest, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Well, take leave of our Interian brother from another. I don't know, a brother from another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take a leaf out of his book and let's get into the water and have a rest.
I am naked in here. I thought it's maybe fair to ask.
Lucky's gonna get naked and just get straight into the pool with the plunge pool with.
Yeah.
Because that's normal in Indiri.
Yeah. Docs, do you want to join us? I don't know. Will it not take ages to dry your fur? Maybe.
No,
Get in, brother. Come on.
The fair will be a problem.
It's scarily tepid.
I don't understand what you've done here. This is strange, but I will try you.
Oh,
Fine.
It's totally normal in Indiri. Basically, we have public baths, right, where people will. In fact, they had them in Chinella actually as well.
The baths
What's
are
a
not
bath?
always. Well, sometimes a body of water is used, not necessarily for cleaning, but sometimes for cleaning of the soul and the mind.
Yeah.
You sit in the water, and as it flows past you, it cleanses you, and it's more of a practice for the mind, I suppose you could say.
Is that a
Cleaning
divine power?
No, nothing so lofty as divine
More of a
power.
practice.
More of a practice. The more you do it, the better you.
Listen.
Better you
Just
get
get in, mate. Just get in, and you'll understand it. You'll understand it, all right?
Yeah, I'll just get in.
Yeah, you feel that? Just just listen. Yeah.
I mean, it's raining. There's the sound of birds around you. The sound of kind of life in the fields at the top of the hill.
That does actually sound pretty good.
Yeah.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think that sounds perfect.
I'm just
right?
enjoying it. Dan is enjoying
Yes,
it.
so am I.
Enjoying that.
I'm enjoying just
Thank
the
you.
idea of being there.
I put a
just
lot of work into my
The
ambient foley.
stream is just going to be 5 minutes of us just
Meditate,
meditating.
yeah.
If that's
Yeah.
okay with everyone.
Yeah.
We need it.
We're desperate for it.
Oh, just feel it. Feel, Docs, the heat flow from the muscles. Listen, we all took a beating out there today, some more than others. And without you, Docs, I wouldn't have my two adopted brothers, basically. These two.
You can drop adopted. You're in Tyrian stock. You're a brother to us and a brother in arms, or a brother in more ways than one. So
I wouldn't.
I feel you might have earned that title too.
Well,
thanks for saving my life.
Six splashes Docs with water. It just splashes him with water.
I
It just
think
feels like the right thing to do. It's completely
Dux
just wants to.
Dux is a bit collapsed by well, my last family died, but if you sure you want to be family, we could. That'd be great.
Hey,
Thank
look,
you.
I do, so maybe I'm family.
Yes, that's true. Okay, and hadn't thought of it that way. I feel you want this water to be warmer. Yes.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
Can
yeah.
Is there any of the cantrips, like Sacred Flame or Word of Radiance, could that warm the water up a bit more?
Sacred Flame technically does radiant, but yeah, it's for flavour, sure. Why not? In this situation, it's the radiance heats the water.
The radiance of us being in it, our radiant.
So I'm going
body
to
heat.
sort of try and cantrip the water a bit
I know.
warmer.
Divine energy stimulates the covalent bonds, causing an exothermic reaction.
Yeah.
But as Johnny's favourite thing to say,
thank
the
you,
enemies
that's
can
what
do
I
that
was-
as well. The enemies can have a hot bath as well. If you can have a hot bath, they can have a hot bath.
That is one of my favourite things to say. Yeah.
Yeah. there you go. So yeah, I'm just gonna warm the water up a bit more.
Oh,
Is this more like
that's
what?
the stuff, isn't it? You see, you get it.
Saved
You're
my life
telling me-
twice. Oh.
Listen, listen, Docs. I don't know what you're gonna do when this is all over, but maybe you should start building these kind of things and selling them to people, right? These are amazing. I tell you, a bath, jacuzzi, right? Anything you wanna like do like this, it's incredible. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
After a tavern brawl, after a good night in the bedroom, after like just wanting to clear your head and think about the next step. There ain't nothing like a good bath with the bros.
Never really thought of what I was gonna do next ever.
There you go. I'm just giving you
So-
ideas, business opportunities. Build makeshift dams for people.
I might have an idea. Before I got into this bath, I wanted to ask lots of questions. I love asking questions, finding out answers. Answers keep you safe. You know what you've got. You know your avenues, your escape routes, weaknesses, and so on. But I don't want to ask questions at all. There's time for talk, and there's time for questions, answers, all sorts of things. I feel like I want to talk to you about doing something important together. I know that you are all family now, not just because we're in this bath. You're family when we clapped eyes on each other. That's the way it works. You know the people that you're going to support. There is. I don't know. I wonder if one of you can finish my sentence. I want to do something. I feel it, but unlike me, I do not have the words to express it.
What? So
And
you
he
want to
dunks
just?
his head under the water, and he's off washing his hair and his ears and his face and stuff.
I think. So Six, you basically what you're trying to say is you want to do something else.
No, well, I mean, we're not doing anything really. We're wandering around trying to help people. That's fine, but it feels like children wandering around a playground, trying to help other
Following
children.
their mother.
Exactly.
I feel like we're just running away.
It's because we keep getting chased, I suppose, isn't it? But like we're.
But what if we turned around and faced the thing that's chasing us? What if we did that?
If we turned? What if we were the one? What if we were the ones ruining other people's lives? I mean,
No.
Well,
No,
hold
no,
a minute.
no.
No, and I take.
Sorry, that's
I
my
take,
training.
I take Lax head and I don't get under the water.
oh, that's my past life. It's my past life.
No, we're not going to be the ones causing distress to others, right?
No, but we could be the ones taking away the distress. That's what we've been doing as we travel.
I get you. The thing is, like, my father told me to never run away from a challenge, right? That's why I'm here. That's why, you've got to stand up for the things that you believe in it, that you do. And if you put yourself in that scenario, then you have to be the first person in the line. I said that to Faeza the other day. Like, we don't run away. We all fight our battles. And if the fact is, if you put yourself in a situation that's a lose situation, you put yourself there and you've got to deal with those consequences. And I feel like
the loxodon in the room is that Octavius has run away. That's something we've got to deal with when we see him next.
We can
And
come back and we can
we'll
talk to him.
We'll deal with that. I think Treacle's still out there looking for him. So whatever happened with that. But like,
He'll come back if he wants to come back.
I agree with you. I think we've not had the opportunity. We had the entire of Janella against us, basically, and maybe still today. Yeah, today proves that maybe we still do. But I think in the right circumstances, we can turn around and we can say no. We haven't been rolling over in this scenarios either. We've been going at everything headlong first, didn't we?
We've all got baggage. We've all got things that we have to deal with. That's fine, and that is the past, and it catches up to us. But how are we going to go forwards? How are we going to put something in front of us that is admirable when we pass to the great halls and the white mountains and whatever takes you to your end?
We came here for
How
a
can
reason,
we-
right? We came here to look for old Allfall, didn't we? And now we find out my centre's up here as well. Sorry, other way around. We came here to look for my centre, and we found out he's been hanging out at Allfall, right? And we
will help Faeza find and confront some of her past. But when we speak to her momentarily, what are we going to tell her about what we're going to do in the future? We can look backwards all we want, and we will. But
Honestly, brothers, I've been running since the day I met you, and it's
You're the
time to
fastest.
change. I run
Um,
faster than all of you. I'm very good at it.
yeah, we know you
but,
disappear all the time.
I didn't finish my training, brother. And for a great long time, until those shields fell on my face, and docs brought me back for a very long time, I thought I'd done wrong. My training meant I received some great training, as you've seen. But our final, I was taken into a special sect, rather, for the most highly skilled. At the time, I thought you and Mother would be very happy. Anyway, as you've seen in some of my outbursts, things that I thought I'd be able to control, but turns out I didn't have a very good understanding of myself. We were trained to kill. We were trained to be silent. And our final exam was to be taken to a village and to kill everyone before the morning woke. And I ran away. And that's when I saw you. I ran home to Mother, and Mother wasn't there.
Okay.
And I've been running ever since, and I thought maybe I'd failed. And I think now, maybe I won. And I've seen injustice, and I've seen people in power manipulating and killing people. Those boys on the field, I had to put them to sleep. It was something came over me. They're
They
just
were
like
so young,
me.
huh?
They'd been trained, they'd been sent to do something, and none of them ran away. And I was furious at myself. But it turns out I shouldn't be furious at them. I shouldn't be furious at myself. I should be furious at the people that sent us there. I'm sick and tired of it, brother. And I think we should do something about it. And I only had to die to find that out.
Do you know what a parasite is?
Little dick, you can get them and they
Yes.
just
So
suck your blood.
parasite
Eh?
is something that lives of something else, right? And there are some parasites like mistletoe that are nice, and they grow proportionately, and you cut them off and you use them as symbols of spring. And then some parasites just take over the tree, and at some point you have to accept that you have to burn the tree down.
Don't parasites itch and you have to drink cranberry juice for like a week?
That's
yes,
that's a different kind
different
of.
Okay,
parasite.
yeah, I know that one, not the other one. Not the
I
one you were
don't
talking
doubt
about.
that. In which case, we probably shouldn't be showing this bath. But
Yes, we should. I think we should burn
the tree.
down.
You
It's
know,
interesting. You should.
Well, brother, remember the way Mother used to keep our places clean? She used to say you have to take everything out of the drawers, lay it on the floor, find out what fits, what doesn't. You create the mess in order to put it back smarter, better, stronger. You
Keep the things that bring you joy.
Yeah, that's what's our neighbor, wasn't it?
Marie.
Mariella the Condos.
She lived in like a really small sort of house, wasn't it? Yeah.
Just one drawer, one bed.
You know, you make chaos, don't you? You make chaos sometimes in order to I
find
don't know.
Order.
To find order.
They live together. One that can't exist without the other.
Now, hold on
An
a
order
minute.
of chaos, you might say.
Surely, though, you shouldn't just make a tree to burn it down to remake a tree, right? If you take the time, you cultivate, you put little ribbons around it. Surely that's good enough, right? You don't just burn it down.
If the tree's rotten, you have to check the roots, huh?
It's like a basket full of apples.
What?
If there's
Tasty.
one bad apple,
Oh,
they can all go wrong. And sometimes, if you're quick enough and you got the bad apple out, then you're fine. But if you weren't quick enough, the whole basket's.
So
And I
we're
want to
saying
find
that
out whether
everywhere
the
we go
rot's
is-
definitely.
It's a land full of rotten apples. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it feels
Not
like
all.
it.
Not all
But with
apples
one
are
good
rotten.
apple in the
Yeah.
center. It's like the opposite.
Eh, Listen, brothers, I don't know about you, docs, but we've shared visions. And one of those visions was about a tree. And more recently, about people trapped, things trapped. Loki talked to me about them. I think you might know. We spoke briefly, docs. There were these 4 sea of storms or something. Something trapped in ice. I can't remember them. I'm unclear. But it feels like they might hold answers. It gives us something to do, huh? Release some chaos into the world.
When
The,
Faeza is well, we should talk to her about
Does this ring some bells?
Your dreams have been plagued with visions. The figure trapped under ice, or rather a shape trapped under a giant frozen expanse, is definitely something that has been in your dreams, but no more than any of the other visions that haunt you.
Yes, these. I might have had these visions. Maybe this is.
I don't
what
think
we,
we share them. I don't think we share them at random.
No, I agree.
And also, just to be clear, I think we'll speak about it as if we're absolutely at this point including Octavius and including Faeza. It's just that because they're not here, we're just having this conversation. But it's not one of these things where we want to exclude them. Faeza as well, we talk about her and the tree and the relationship of, because I think she's talked to
100%.
Well, she's already,
so
just because obviously
about the,
as players
the
it's
tree.
been a long time. Faeza has mentioned every single time that visions come along that she thinks it's the great tree in Zawati.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I mean, if Faeza happened to be in this scene, stood by it, then that would be 100% brilliant.
If a goggles on, wouldn't she?
Yeah, right
Staring
under
at
the
the
water.
boys in the
She'll
jacuzzi.
need some stones. She'll need some stones in there. So
Come on now.
stones,
Come on now.
won't she? Because she's so short.
And she'll try and prestidigitate them to just make it all
She will.
My only concern is.
Also, Lak is going to talk like he knows what he's talking about, even if Dan doesn't know what he's talking about. Those visions are clear to.
For my aid, because I will go with whatever you guys want. But if there's something where you have player has forgotten something, just say and I can fill you in.
Yeah, I can't remember
it's
exactly
been a long
the visions
time.
or where they were. Yeah.
Well, I can fill those in now because it's been a long time. You'd had 4 visions, and you've had these visions several times. I think 3 times in total. The visions were of a great tree that was starting to turn black and rot. Faeza said she thought that might have been the great tree of Zawati. You had seen a giant swirling bird shape or something that kind of large flying through over a tower in a storm that you had surmised might be in the Sea of Storms as you were sailing up the coast with a floki. You had seen another giant figure seemingly frozen under an endless lake, and the last one was a city built into stone underground covered in lava.
Okay.
So, talking about like the tree and the roots, like I don't know. I don't know if I initially agree with yours idea of burn it all down, right? But I tell you, right, there were these druids back in the hometown, right? And they would get up to all of this sort of stuff, right? They really loved growing grapes, right? And they would just go along with whatever. They would do it for the vine. And I think that's basically that ethos, right? I like that ethos. So, we'll just see where it goes. I didn't come for an adventure, but at the same time, I agree. If we feel like we can make a difference, then that's what I want to do. I'll stand for something, whatever it is.
Yes, that's my concern, my friend. With you, I've always seen that we disagree on the means, even if we agree on the end.
Yeah.
I hope when the time comes, you will let
one
us
cannot
do the
exist
work.
with the other dogs. Order and chaos.
Yeah. I'm gonna call you Chaos soon, Docs. That makes me Order. Mr. Order.
Maybe it is good that we are in the same group.
You're just
Yeah,
coming
yeah, I
to
can
the
teach-
realization
I
now?
can teach you all about the light and Illuria and everything like that. You know, I can let you know about, about bringing new life in and everything like that. It's really
But-
easy.
I mean, I've always thought that what I do is very close to healing. Just I do it a little bit after they're already
After
dead.
the line. Is it a
When,
bit
they're
after
bad
the
apples,
line?
when the apples are bad already.
I'm just
basically, yeah.
joking. I'm only joking with you, Ripper.
You are the funny
You're
one.
only joking,
It's
kind
good to
of.
see a smile on your face again, Docs.
I have to say, this warm water thing is really something else.
I'm telling you, mate.
The bubbles are brilliant. Who's doing those?
Faeza,
It definitely ain't me.
because she's not here. There are things to talk about, and there is a time to talk about them, and we will
It definitely
confront.
ain't Ripper.
We'll confront these things when we need to. But I'm filled with positivity. Despite what we've been through, I feel more conviction that we are here to do something positive and something important. If we all
yes,
feel
I
it.
think driven. I'm not sure I share your positivity, but I'm definitely more driven. And you have
You know,
given
if
me
we're
a sense
gonna
of
do it
purpose, my
anyway-
friends. Thank you.
If we're gonna if we're gonna do it anyway, we might as well be happy about it.
That's true.
So as you are all sharing this moment, you see a pink and purple clad Alfric of Thingfrith flouncing towards the stream quite purposefully, and shaking out the wet in his gorgeous hair, his lilac eyes kind of vivid as he looks up. He goes, it's really quite wet out here, you know. Anyway, you're the ones that and saved the village, aren't you?
Yeah, mate. You're one of them. You're one of them Scald things, right?
You're one of those things
Alfric
that didn't
of
come and
Thingfrith.
help save the village.
Yeah, give us a song then, mate. I could do some entertainment. Go on, mate. Give us a song. You're a musician, aren't you? Give us a song, mate. Give us a song.
But they love
Jesus.
that, don't they? Musicians, they love that.
Now,
That's what we needed, a second Octavius in the group.
firstly,
Give us a song, mate.
I know you're visitors and things, but Skalds have a little bit of renown. We're generally treated with a little bit,
Oh,
more.
okay. Give us a song, please, mate.
That's better. Now, second problem. Whilst I may well be Alfric of Thingfrith, Skald of the Heart of Valour, teller of many tales of the frozen north and holder of the deepest truths, that bastard Kark has hidden my loot.
As in, like, a pile of gold or some rubies or...
No, they don't understand
No.
what that is in this.
No,
I'm
I think
interested
I
he
in
means
know
this.
what it is.
If
I've
it's
met
true.
plenty of these people from the south before, I am a Skald, but we don't use money. My actual loot, my instruments.
Oh, right.
bloody hidden it
instrument.
somewhere.
Oh, fine.
And I wondered, as you all seem to be, neutral parties, most people here are terrified of offending the Skalds because we could literally
Yeah.
make them banished.
Great.
But for all of you, you're wandering through it. These marvellous, hearty adventurers,
Great.
slayer of foes. It'd be wonderful if you could help me out.
Of course.
Do you
one more
Want
time.
us to
one more
torture
time.
him?
What was your name again? One more time from the top.
Alfric of Thingfrith.
Alfric, lovely, mate. So, first of all, we're actually still owed from our previous endeavour to help this town through gold, or it appears you guys don't have any, so we'll take.
Oh, well, I'm sure the town
items,
will take care of that.
statues,
I'm not
those
affiliated
kind of
with
things.
this town.
Second of all, as you said, we are bright, bold, strong adventurers. Our time is costly, and I'm sure some remunerations ahead of time and before doing whatever job you ask us to do will be fine.
Look, I know you're new here. I'm offering you a rare opportunity.
He's not.
Yes.
Pointing at Docs.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come back to that. But the thing is, you see, a Skald's favour goes a long way in Yermungard. And if you had the favour of the greatest of them all, the magnificent Bard of Valour, then I would speak for you everywhere I went, telling your tales. Some
You know
of
what?
the legends.
I have to
take
say,
that, I'll
take
Ripper,
that, I'll take
Ripper,
that.
just before, I should tell you now that this is actually a lot more valuable than your gold
Oh, okay. All right.
Up
fair
here.
enough, thank you very much.
up here.
Okay, listen. Two things. One, yes, I'd love that. And second of all, I want you to put in as much musical research into something for me while we do this job for you, and then I promise it will get done 100%. And that is there? Find out for us while we're doing this for you if there's a lake that's frozen and there's something horrible under it. Wasn't our vision again, guys? Isn't it?
We'll take a history check.
Yes, ask if there's any bardic tales that have been.
Well, I'm
found.
afraid you're
Yeah.
going to have to narrow it down. I know at least 21 lakes with
Okay.
frozen, mysterious creatures. Some of them as big as a roundhouse. Many teeth and claws that fought through the night. Valiant heroes that lasted days.
Lack falls asleep.
Oh,
It is comfortable in the
well, I admit it's not quite
Not
the
my
same without
turn.
my loot. I seem to be...
We have
losing
just been
my
on
touch.
a skirmish of epic proportions. and
Yes.
you will forgive us if we're a little tired.
Okay, well, I can see that. Now, here's a little bit of additional information for you. If you could get it before the big feast to celebrate the solstice tonight, then that would put a real thorn in that bastard Kark's eye. He owes me, you know, and I really think he's done this as a prank because he's just worried about my sterling reputation. If you could get it before then, I'm sure it's hidden somewhere in the town. There can't be any danger there. You're the most dangerous things here aside from myself. Then we can, you know, I could sweeten the pot, as your good friend put it.
Just so we're clear, you are not happy for me to torture the man.
We were having a
Well, I
conversation
believe
about
I've
ends
heard
and
of you.
means, weren't we?
Are you the one that was exiled?
Yes.
Now, look, as someone who wanders the night myself, I have no problem with exiles. The thing that does concern me is I'm not really okay with torturing a Skald. Because the next time you know it, someone hires someone to torture me, and that's just not really done. You know, all's fair in Skald and war, but we must keep this peaceful.
I'll tell you what, we'll just play him some of your music. How about that? Just a little
And
light
that would
torturing.
torture him with jealousy. Yes. He's
All right,
always
don't
been
worry.
afraid
All
of my
right.
contralto.
All right,
May I
it's
just-
gone up. Price has gone up now.
Can
so
I, you know, we're more than happy to help you, friend. We want to
Yes.
help anyone who asks for our help, and we want
Marvellous!
to
You have to find him, see where he put it. No idea. Anyway, see you in the Great Hall tonight. Farewell!
Great.
And he just smiles and just starts walking off.
didn't want to be persuaded by the face character.
You can make a persuasion check.
Docs, you could have like if his word carried, we could have gotten to sing a song about how nice you are, and then people would have started forgiving you. It doesn't matter. Maybe we'll
Oh,
get him to do
there
that
you
later.
go.
So
Then
actually,
we
do
can
you know what?
do
We
this.
can do that once we've
Yeah,
got
we
the
can
loot,
probably
because
do
then we'll have the object of power.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
You know, this job it's going to be good. It's kind of like when you're a young recruit in the army and they tell you to clean out the latrines. You know, it's good for the mind. You take the wax and you wax on and then you wax off again. You know, it's
I don't
This is
think
good for
cleaning
us.
latrines is good for the mind, but it's fine.
not good for the nose. I'll tell you that. But I think that while we do this, we may find some of the components of what we're trying to achieve long term, as we do this. And might I add before we go, what do we think we should be doing? What are we doing? We're looking for my center. We're looking for an icy lake. We're looking for Hawthorne, and we're looking for some kind of peace and humanity. But those three we can at least work on to begin with.
Yeah, I mean,
Have I missed anything?
Fine.
We need to burn the tree
So-
down.
Yeah, something about burning a tree, and then also, I don't know. Do you have to like? Isn't there?
I think your dreams are different to our dreams, Docs.
What's on the map for your?
We didn't
for
burn
your
the
mum's
tree in our
journey
dreams.
up here?
Well, we got as far as here, and then she traveled a little north. But Six has the map.
Yeah, it's
Also,
also
I think we
lack
needed to
loads.
go to.
when you're a bit more rested up, we can. You need to tell us everything you had a chat with Loki about as well.
I absolutely will, when the screen fades to black.
I'll
And
tell
the
you
DM refreshes
everything.
us.
I'll tell you
Oh.
everything, but Dan can't tell you anything.
That's fine. Are you going to go up and look for the stuff now, or do you want
Yeah.
the end to recap what was said to you?
I think let's. Should we...
As
Depends
our
when-
characters make their way to the town, the DM can record.
Yeah.
Maybe DM could tell us in the break, and then we could roll.
Well, let's go to break
Well,
now
I was
then,
gonna. Yeah.
because it's 9:20.
Although refreshing the stream isn't too bad an idea as well, but yeah, let's definitely go to break. He says, stalling for time while he brings up the.
That's fine. We will see you shortly, as soon as we are out. Until.
There's a hush across the world in twilight, as the stars take their place to guide our way. Listen to the world as it whispers, as the tides carry ships across the waves. I hear the seabirds calling, I can hear the rustle of the leaves, I can hear the fresh snow falling, as a mother rocks her child to sleep. There's a rush within your heart in starlight. Look above as the heavens softly glow. Somewhere up there lies your story, but where to find it you may never know. You dream of memories faded, like the clouds that pass across the stars. So you wait in patient hoping, trying to hold on to who you are. Close your eyes and dream of flying. You knew it once, you can feel it in your bones. Close your eyes and dream of running through the forest with dirt between your toes. There was a calling in you, you can hear it although you're far away. And one day you'll trace your footsteps, but for now just dream, dream away. There's a hush across the world in twilight, as the stars take their place to guide our way. Listen to the world as it whispers, as the tides carry ships across the waves. I hear the seabirds calling, I can hear the rustle of the leaves, I can hear the fresh snow falling, as a mother rocks her child to sleep. There's a rush within your heart in starlight. Look above as the heavens softly glow. Somewhere up there lies your story, but where to find it you may never know. You dream of memories faded, like the clouds that pass across the stars. So you wait in patient hoping, trying to hold on to who you are. Close your eyes and dream of flying. You knew it once, you can feel it in your bones. Close your eyes and dream of running through the forest with dirt between your toes. There was a calling in you, you can hear it although you're far away. And one day you'll trace your footsteps, but for now just dream, dream away. There's a hush across the world in twilight, as the stars take their place to guide our way. Listen to the world as it whispers, as the tides carry ships across the waves. I hear the the seabirds calling. I can hear the rustle of the leaves. I can hear the fresh snow falling as a mother rocks her child to sleep. There's a rush within your heart in starlight. Look above as the heavens softly glow. Somewhere up there lies your story, but where to find it you may never know. You dream of memories faded, like the clouds that pass across the stars. So you wait in patient hoping, trying to hold on to who you are. Close your eyes and dream of flying. You knew it once, you can feel it in your bones. Close your eyes and dream of running through the forest with dirt between your toes. There was a calling in you. You can hear it although you're far away. And one day you'll trace your footsteps. But for now, just dream, dream away. There's a hush across the world in twilight as the stars take their place to guide our way. Listen to the world as it whispers, as the tides carry ships across the waves. I hear the seabirds calling. I can hear the rustle of the leaves. I can hear the fresh snow falling as a mother rocks her child to sleep. There's a rush within your heart in starlight. Look above as the heavens softly glow. Somewhere up there lies your story, but where to find it you may never know. You dream of memories faded, like the clouds that pass across the stars. So you wait in patient hoping, trying to hold on to who you are. Close your eyes and dream of flying. You knew it once, you can feel it in your bones. Close your eyes and dream of running through the forest with dirt between your toes. There was a calling in you. You can hear it although you're far away. And one day you'll trace your footsteps. But for now, just dream, dream away. There's a hush across the world in twilight as the stars take their place to guide our way. Listen to the world as it whispers, as the tides carry ships across the waves. I hear the seabirds calling. I can hear the rustle of the leaves. I can hear the fresh snow falling as a mother rocks her child to sleep. There's a rush within your heart in starlight. Look above as the heavens softly glow. Somewhere up there lies your story, but where to find it you may never know. You dream of memories faded, like the clouds that pass across the stars. Close your eyes and dream of flying. You knew it once, you can feel it in your bones. Close your eyes and dream of running through the forest with dirt between your toes. There was a calling in you. You can hear it although you're far away. And one day you'll trace your footsteps. But for now, just dream, dream away. There's a hush across the world in twilight as the stars take their place to guide our way. Listen to the world as it whispers, as the tides carry ships across the waves. I hear the seabirds calling, I can hear the rustle of the leaves. I can hear the fresh snow falling as a mother rocks her child to sleep. There's a rush within your heart in starlight. Look above as the heavens softly glow. Somewhere up there lies your story, but where to find it you may never know. You dream of memories faded, like the clouds that pass across the stars. So you wait in patience, hoping, trying to hold on to who you are. Close your eyes and dream of flying. You knew it once, you can feel it in your bones. Close your eyes and dream of running through the forest with dirt between your toes.
And welcome back, ladies and gents. So the last we left,
I realised I couldn't put my two fingers down. I can't. So the last one, 2 and 1, just went down at the same time. I tried to count this and I did it the wrong way. So I went down this way and then I went.
Someone
2-1.
needs to do all those stupid TikTok challenges where they're moving their fingers in time with
I
shit.
thought I was quite good at this.
I don't understand
Right,
it.
sorry,
Anyway,
sorry.
the four of you, having received what passes for Bath around here, have just been told by Alfric of Thingfrith to head into town and see if you can find his loot, which has been cunningly hidden by Kark.
Okay, so I assume we're sort of taking our journey into town.
Where do you want to go? Yeah,
where are we in relation?
So you're on the hilltop because the stream is kind of running from the hilltop down into the valley. So that's where you'd had your bath. So you're already on the hilltop. Walking into the fort is a strong word. Village with a palisade is better.
Okay.
Walking back into the village is pretty easy. And again, it's all kind of lying out before you in these sunken pits with these grass roofs and inbuilt houses. Plenty of people milling around there.
Let's find this Cork of Dingdale thing.
Okay, and make me an investigation check.
11.
You find him fairly easily. It takes you about 20 minutes or so. But then, as is often the thing with Skalds, you just look for the crowd. And you can see there, entertaining, is this short, spiky-haired, rather broad-set man who has a flute and is playing these kind of beautiful, kind of reminiscent of like a babbling brook tune that's quite joyous and happy, and there's lots of young people there, a couple of couples dancing around him, and then the tune ends and these couples start to kind of move away, and you see him go, "That's enough for now, we'll later only get more of the bits."
Docs and Ripper, may I ask you to together you would make the perfect face for the new group that we are, the new band. I'll tell you about it, Docs. We were masquerading as a band a little while ago, and we may yet unnamed.
Yeah.
But may I ask
it was
the
pretty
two of you?
pretty fun.
take the lead?
Yeah, I can go. Docs, you want to? You know the Skalds. You know this land. I might need you as my my cultural touchstone, if you
Excellent.
will.
I feel objectified, but fine.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I am using you, and I'll tell you that I'm using your big, beautiful brain of the land. Right, that's what I'm using you for. Gonna go over to the Skald. Oh, mate, do we toss a coin for you or something like that, or is that someone else?
Hey, what coin? No, I didn't. No, see no coin.
Oh, all right, I'll toss a coin at him.
He just
Toss a coin
looks
my
at
way,
it.
Ah, you must be the more articulate of the two bards we've spoken to today. Oh, sorry,
I
I was leaving it to you two. Sorry, carry on.
And the grand, the Cark of Dindle.
Yeah, Cock. I heard you play. That's beautiful playing the flute.
Aye.
You know.
Well, the Skald of the highest skill, the greatest flautist ever lived.
He sounds like a. You know, I play a little bit myself. You know, but I'm more of a talky kind of person than
He
than
plays
a play person.
the voice
know?
trumpet.
Yeah. Play the
Mouth trumpet.
you know the voice trumpet. You can clearly tell that my travelling companion here is not best suited when it comes to the arts of musician. So
Aye.
are you you're performing at the are you going to perform at the thingy tonight at the what's it called again, the spice soul spice solstice, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, thank you.
I don't win a fest.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
long
yeah,
as
yeah.
you're in performing, great honor. Great honor.
Are you gonna play the? Are you just gonna bust the flute out, or are you gonna? I bet you got something special planned, didn't you?
I'll say no saying there.
Do you have another instrument to use apart from the flute? There must.
I'll just have to come along and find out. There is a surprise for everyone. No, this accent's gone a little bit south. Hang on, so I can recalibrate. I'll get it back.
Started in a specific area, so it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I get it, mate. You travelled around the place, picked up a few accents here and there. You know, it happens to the best of us. I was speaking like a Chinella at one point when we were a bit down south, and that was weird. So yeah, I just
You know, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I've never been told I have an accent at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's he saying? I can't really understand him. His accent's too thick.
He said he ain't got no accent.
You're right, it's a bit slow.
No, we're just wondering because like we had that other shitty Skald is you know.
Ah!
Yeah.
He told us what's the instrument we're looking for, by the way? What exact kind of instrument?
Lute.
He told us he had a wonderful lute he was going to play tonight. To meet you at your own game or something like that. Oh, he tells us he still has the lute. Isn't it just what he said? He said, I have my lute, I'm going to play it.
He said what he said was he goes.
Is that right, Rebecca? I don't know.
I've got the best lute. I've got the best lute around, and that other guy, that other really sexy, muscly guy.
He thinks he's got a fake one. Is that what he said?
He's got a
he
rubbish
stole it
one.
from me, and he stole a fake one. Is that what he said?
He said
So-
I've got a fake one.
I don't know what gambit this is, by
Again, Six has
No,
gone,
but he says
I'm going to
it
leave the talking
quiet-
to
he says
Ripper,
it quiet
and then
and
jumped in.
But he says it quietly to Ripper.
Yeah, he definitely didn't say it quietly to Ripper.
Because
So
Ripper,
Six is going to
isn't
make
that-
a deception check with advantage because Ripper is helping. Ripper was doing quite well.
I'm
15.
Okay, guys. Ha! Talking bollocks.
Well, you know, I suppose it's just a story, isn't it? You know.
yeah, but
who-
it would be very embarrassing if he was telling the truth, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
Yeah. He said you stole it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Jealousy. Listen,
No.
I've been there, mate. I've been there. You know,
He's a prick.
You think you always wonder, did they perform better than me? You know, what is it about their performance that's different to mine that they like? And you know, the crowd. We're talking about crowds here. Crowds like, and you know, it's just.
Nah, it's just a prick.
Jealousy is a thing. It is a thing.
So you
I guess
stole-
if he was
you
a prick, then you wouldn't have anything to worry about, and you could let him have his loot, and he could just play it, and it'd be fine, right?
Yeah,
Because
funny this
if
way.
you're better. That's true. If you didn't feel
So-
threatened,
You stole his loot because he's a prick,
Mm.
and I kind of like you.
So the rules here in Nurmengard, if someone's a prick, you steal their loot.
No. This is a Skald on Skald thing.
Yeah.
It's not for ordinary people.
Scold on scold violence. It's always bad.
There's no
Happens quite a
violence,
lot.
just stole his loot. You can have it back if you can get it.
Well,
Well, how would
He's
he have
asked
to
us
go
to
about
get
getting it? How would he go about getting it?
Tell him to look in the Fey pool.
Have a look in the Fey pool.
who's Faye? Is she?
Docs, what is a Fey
Is
pool?
she one of the?
Fey portal, sorry, the accent.
Oh. What is a Fey portal, Docs?
You would know that all over there are portals that are said to lead to the land of fairy.
Yeah, we've repaired one back in the forest a couple of days ago. Fey Portal is just the door into the Fey land. They're normally in trees, so he could mean that he's put it up a tree.
But as you look around, there does seem to be kind of a small clump of trees to the southeast of the settlement.
So I wanna look, mate. Is there some? I know there's a lot of crowds here. Is there somewhere that we could, just have a little word? And I want to
right here. What's wrong?
I want to be standing about 15 feet away from everybody.
You know, if I may say,
You are
something,
standing 15 feet away from
my
him.
friend.
What would you like to
He's
do,
not
Ripper?
quite a Skald. He's not quite a Skald, my friend, but he does have a kind of music of his own.
I have often found that sometimes between friends, between musicians, the best thing you can do, and I'm going to tap my weapon very gently, is just tell the truth. And I'm going to cast with LRL's Oath, Zone of Truth, is to be a charisma save of 16.
He fails.
Great.
He rolled a 6. So even with his pluses, that's a 15.
Great. So just tell us where you've hidden it, please, mate. That's all we really want to know.
In a Fey pool.
So you stole the man's loot.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. And then you grabbed it and you put it in a Fey portal.
Yeah.
Which Fey portal?
Well, that one down there.
Right. And he's pointing at the exact one that he's doing.
Yeah.
And what happens when I'm a man, I don't really know, I'm not from around here, as you know. What happens if you put stuff in a Fey portal?
Goes down the Fey.
And then how do we get it back out of there?
Oh, activate the pool.
And we just activate the portal and ask for it?
Yeah.
Put our hand in?
Yeah.
Have you locked it with any particular words or phrases or anything?
I didn't lock it, no.
Who did lock it?
He was already locking when I chucked it in, so I don't know how to open it again.
Alright. Who did lock it? Who opens Fey portals around here?
Normally Druidess.
Alright, so we have to get a Druidess. Good job we know one of those. Also, can you tell me everything about your acts tonight? Just everything.
I can tell you everything about the acts, yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell it to me now, please? Just give me the cliff notes.
It's gonna be amazing.
What song are you playing? And I'm just trying to. You don't have to cover that. I'm just trying to get all the information about his act. Basically,
He will tell you. Well, the thing is, Zone of Truth means he has to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he has to speak.
Yeah.
So he can edge around it without. He can't lie to you.
Yeah.
So seems to be with your, because you've got good insight and things on people. He's very happy to talk about shifting up Alfric one. He is still in his bardic nature quite reticent to discuss his act.
Yeah,
He'll tell you that there are some original songs and some things to wow and astound,
Okay.
which he believes to be absolutely true.
Oh, do you know what? Now that you've told me that, I'm annoyed that you've told me that because I really wish I'd be able to see it
I
for
know,
the first
right?
time. You know what? I tell you what, it does actually sound fantastic. So
We're gonna do an amazing thing. You come see it. Still
Look,
good.
all we've got to do is find a Druidess, get her to open a portal, that specific portal over there.
Yeah.
Ask for the loot back, and they'll give it to us no problem.
Yeah.
All right, great. I'm holding you to that. On the Doz, what did you say? It was on the word of a Skald was quite prevalent. So obviously a Skald willing to give his word in this kind of scenario. Because if they gave it negatively, then obviously then that can be told throughout.
Skull
the
never
lands
breaks their
and-
word.
and
Skulls never break their word.
Great.
Yeah.
And we'll have no trouble getting the loot back if we go and ask for it.
No. Just gotta
Great.
get in the door.
All right. How do we get in the door?
Have to also do this, don't I?
All right.
Oh, and one last thing. Do you happen to know a Skald? We would call them, in here we would call them a politician, in Chennai they might call them a bard. A Skald, going by the name of Mycenter. Wait,
Or
it is Mycenter. Going by
Hawthorne
Hawthorne.
Steel.
Whichever one is the...
Never heard of
whichever one's
Mycenter.
What about Hawthorne Steel?
Ah, famous. Very famous.
Yeah,
Lots
is
of
he-
talent.
Has he come through here recently?
No, dead.
Dead? Where did he die?
Down south somewhere, I think.
All right. How did he die?
Don't know, wasn't there.
He must have had a tale of it.
Well, he's not come back. Must be dead.
All right. Fair enough.
I prefer now that this character... I like him more now that he sounds like... What's the name of the guy from Ted Lasso? No,
The problem is, I can't
the
keep up
footballer guy, what's his name?
inane gibberish and expect to actually have you get any information. That would be unreasonable. So there's no use starting to understand his thick accents by really paying
no,
attention.
I like it.
To the
Roy
wider
Kent.
public.
Roy
Yeah.
Kent, that's it, Roy Kent. I'm getting the flavour of Roy Kent.
Oh, that's awfully difficult in the throat.
Hmm.
Go on. Move away from him, please.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I
let's go
assume
to the tree. I think.
Docs and
Yeah.
and
Let's-
Lack,
alright,
so
aka
healing pool
Joffrey
next.
and Dan, have been priming themselves to figure out this.
And I'll drop the zone of truth as well.
This puzzle.
We're
Okay.
men of action. We're men of action.
So are you just going straight down to this bunch of trees?
Yeah.
Well, no. We need to get Druidess.
yeah,
Druidess.
we've
We
got
need.
to
We need to
Druidess.
find.
Oh, we can probably get-
Faeza.
Okay.
Raphael.
So it doesn't take you long to find her. She's still in the roundhouse. You see that she is kind of treating, not wounds, but several people are kind of like a GP practice, basically. She's going through, she's checking on some pregnant women, and what would you like to say to her?
Faela, we need we need a favor, if we may.
Yeah, a little busy at the moment. If I can
a
help, what
Skald-
is it?
A Skald will be forever in your debt if you help us.
And also, maybe we can help you here. Is there something we can do? There's 4 of us. We can compress and hold things and.
Oh, well, if you're trained in
lots of-
midwifery, yes, but
Well,
otherwise...
I mean, I've made a few babies.
No.
That's a little inappropriate around here.
Well,
No,
you know,
it's-
how else do you think that the more of you come out? You don't come out of the ground, you know.
No, I know how they're made. It's just it's inappropriate. These. Anyway, never mind. So
That's how these people got here, right?
yes, so now I've got to deal with them all. What can I do for you?
I need you to open portal for us to Fey portal.
Oh, the one in the trees.
Yes.
Is that the one that you pointed
Yeah,
at?
I have no idea how to open that.
Right. Well, I need a competent druidess, and you appear to be. You're the
You're
most
busy.
travelled person in here.
Appear to be
And
busy.
you're
I thought you were going
Can you
to
point me
be
in the
nasty to
direction
her.
of the most competent druidess in this place, please?
Yeah, I mean,
Apart
I
from
would love
yourself,
to,
of
Ripper, but Rurk isn't back yet.
Okay. The second
should be
most
back.
competent druidess.
That's me.
Okay,
She's the
great.
druidess, and I'm
Take
I'm not.
third.
I'm only just a trainee. I'm basically not going to be a trainee soon because they're going to call me up to Buildspell, and then I'll be a full-fledged druid.
That's we can let we. I need you and your mystical Fey powers, right? What do you want me? Like, I can.
Look-
Joking aside about the
Now, what
about the
other ones
making
open?
babies thing,
Just for
I
the-
actually do know how to heal people. So what do you
Okay.
need?
No one really needs magical healing. They just. I've been away a while, and they just want a little bit of attention, if you know what I mean, because we know
we
them.
all?
Look, I don't know
can
how
do
to
that,
open
right.
the portal.
Hello, my name is Dr. Ripper. That sounds a
dear.
bit more aggressive than it actually is, but you know, it's just my name. Who needs what? Who needs what?
Ripper, look, if you want
You,
to look
what
at the
about you?
Fate portal, feel free. You don't need Druidess magic to open it, I don't think. You just... Like, they normally ask you some kind of riddle or something, but you're all perfectly capable. I think you can solve it.
Who-
Yeah, okay.
who
It
asked
seems
us
like
for
an
it?
inefficient method of travel, considering that once you pass the riddle and it's instantaneous, it seems like you're balancing out a horse and cart in some way.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
the
it's
little
also
people
the
aren't
Fae, right?
exactly
They love a
known
gag,
for their-
don't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
like confusing people and tricking them. It's sort of their thing. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't worry, the portal's perfectly harmless. It can't hurt you in any way. And if it does, just scream. Oh.
Yes,
Right.
she is right. We Fae are very not necessarily logical
Yeah.
beings.
I've got excellent bedside manner, so if anyone needs anything, get me on the dragon bone, right?
And you can
We'll
see
be
one
up
of the
there.
very pregnant women, probably only about 24, 25, so quite elderly for a pregnant woman in these lands. She's not
Weird.
perfectly normal age. Looks round and goes, "Oh, the last thing we need's another man. The last one I think put me in this bloody situation. Fuck off!"
There we go. There we go. This is what I was telling you about, Faeza, right? I fucking
Yeah.
hate men.
Just before we go, Faeza, when
But
you
they
go,
don't hate you. She's at that stage. She's due in a few days, and she's just a bit grumpy.
I want to ask Faeza just briefly about just before
Yeah.
we go. When she goes to get to this place to get her druid sort of seal of approval, what's the process? Does she know? Is it like is it a certificate? Is it is it a board of
I don't know what a
members, or-
certificate is. I have to go
Sort of
through
like-
some kind of initiation, and then at the end, the matron circle recognises me as one of them.
So you already have the power and abilities. You just need to go there and get certified, I suppose is what you might call it.
Well, not all of them. I'm still quite young, but I'm nearly there. I'm getting stronger.
But you will naturally occur these powers, and then they will chest you. They don't gift
Oh,
you
yes.
any powers or anything. It is in
I
you already.
don't know. I've not gone through the ritual. I just know that everyone has some form of magic in them, or most people do, certainly up here. And some of us are just more in tune with the lands. And when we're seen young, we are asked to train. Sometimes the druidess, she will take an apprentice. When we're ready, we're sent to Buildsville, and then we'll find another settlement and become their druidess.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
like
don't really
I-
know how it works, but I think they are all sort of, once they let them in, it gives them a sort of connection. That's how, like, they all know if someone's killed a druidess or something. Like, they have a sort of connection. I don't know how it works.
Oh, is that why they all don't like you?
Yes. I mean, look, I don't know anything about that really, but you do feel wrong, Docs. There's sort of a, how can I describe it? Almost like an oil on the magic you do. It's sort of tainted in some way.
Well, he's just took a bath, you know. He's not oily at all. Like,
No, not on his magic, Ripper.
oh right, fine. Oh,
Oh, no one takes me seriously.
listen, when my magic
You
is
know-
called something else, right? So-
Brother, when we come back and we have more time, maybe would you sit down with my brother Lack? He went through some schooling himself, and maybe there's something he can maybe give you some tips, some advice for when you go forward, you know. And he's sort of given Lack the eye of like, maybe we want to chat to this girl about.
That's
what
very
her
kind,
schooling
but it's
actually
winter solstice
entails.
tonight, and we've got a hand fasting, and we've got the festival. So actually, we're probably going to be quite busy tonight. And then we are expecting Rourke back tomorrow. And then, well, I think you've done enough that they'll let you into Buildsville now. But that's not up to me yet. But I'll speak up for you. Don't worry.
and a statue of me. Remember? And we discussed this on the battlefield. And a statue of me.
Yes, Ripper. Now, if you don't mind, go and play with the portal. I've got some other things to do. And she's going to turn around and go back to kind of her patients.
How did it feel to be spoken down to by a teenager there, Ripper? That must have been quite embarrassing.
Oh well, like listen, as I said, they
It's because
hate
they're women.
men.
They're
No,
not
she's
here.
no. Listen, she's very busy, and I just want to say that she's very, very busy. This is true. And we have some kind of ludicrous quest about an instrument. It's fine. It's fine. It's good for us. We should do it. But
I mean, yes, it does feel like it's just these bards overcompensating, doesn't it?
but yeah, it does. May I say this?
What, me?
No.
Listen, mate. You saw me in the hot tub, yeah?
No,
I
he
don't
wasn't talking
compensate for
about.
nothing.
Wasn't talking
I know, I
about
think
you,
we both got
Ripper.
our
No.
worst
He's talking about the Skald. The Skald.
The Skalds.
Oh right, yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, I'm
yeah.
curious about when these women come of age, what society they step into. They all seem quite free and easy, comfortable, positive, and then they step into a society where, or a circle that is not like that.
All of them here. The young seem very positive.
So maybe there's something in, if she has the power in her, maybe she doesn't need to go to this and get certified by the powers that be that seem to be negative. I don't know.
make
Docs.
a-
From the
make a
first
fair
one,
get
you
point.
came
involved,
across,
you know.
you're right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the society. I think what you don't what's bothering you is just power. People are good, and then when they're in power, they just are in power, and they tend to, they think that they're better. They think that they're above other people just because they're in power. I don't think it's how this society is organized, or the people in it. I don't think these women who are good then become bad. I just think once they give them power, they, that's it. It's just power.
So it's inside everyone to be corrupted, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
Shall we go
if
burn
that's-
this tree? I mean, let's go see the portal.
I
Listen,
think it's
all
the
right.
other way around. I think
told
it's
you.
everybody has the power in them to be good, to be the good apple. That what's the opposite of spoils? The good apple that polishes the whole bunch.
I think it's called the
That's
Ripper
not how
apple.
rot works, sadly, though.
It's not at all. But it's a very weird.
maybe
I think
it's-
it's called.
listen,
I think
maybe
it's
it could
called
be.
the Ripper apple, and
You
it makes
you
everything around
I
it
know
more
it's,
sexy.
it's funny. You can laugh. It's fine. But maybe I'm right. I don't know. Maybe
Yes,
we've not tried it. When we go
That's
to
true.
Bill's
It
Fell, I would
seems-
love
it
to speak to
seems-
these matrons or whatever they're called.
It
the
seems
power
like once they
structure.
get their connection and they become older druidesses, they become bitter. So maybe something gets taken out of them when maybe their happiness component gets taken out of them, and they just then hate
Can you
men.
all just
after
roll a
that.
perception check for me?
The portal has
24.
opened and closed, and you
Yeah.
weren't anywhere near it.
44?
24.
24. I was going to say that no one has a plus 24 to bloody perception.
Fine.
Did we both, Ryan, did we both roll a 1?
I don't want to talk about it.
Well,
shut your mouth.
anyone who gets over a 10,
Not me.
you see a raven fly past the
Cute.
roundhouse, and it goes, "Caw! Go to the tree! Caw!"
Only
Quick,
Docs
it's
hears
Strahd
that, though.
trying to look on us.
So-
Yeah.
Take the raven out.
And another thing, Lack. Yeah.
All right, cut to
Let's-
the tree.
Cut to the tree.
Cut to.
We're going to do a 60s Batman supercar. And you stood at the trees. And as you come into these fairly young trees, there are two of them that are very obviously different. They have got these carvings in them that seem to be deer and birds and some runic symbols. And they both grow up, and again, they grow together. So these two trees are entwined. Currently, the portal is inactive. What would you like to do?
Activate the portal. Thanks, Johnny.
How would
Yeah,
you do
nice
so?
try.
Oh.
I don't know, it just looked like...
You know, it's you
Easily.
just speak friend and enter. That's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Belloc.
Excuse me, portal. Can we? I need to get a loot from you. Hello. Portal.
I'm gonna walk through it.
You walk through the gap. You can all still see him. Nothing has happened.
No, nothing. Docs,
we-
how does these... Come on, mate. You're our cultural. As I said, you're our cultural representative. How does these things work?
I think you said cultural touchstone.
Oh, that's the one. Thank you very much. Yes, you're our cultural touchstone. How does these things work?
Would I
Envoy.
know anything? Just
Make a history check for me.
Didn't you like fiddle with one in the woods the other day?
I mean,
Oh.
technically I am Fey and I have, but I rolled a 1.
I'll let you have advantage because of your background.
Didn't you fiddle
Too
with one in the
kind.
woods the other day with?
Oh, I
God.
saw that. It's the
No.
same one. Yeah, I just saw
Another
it
one.
come up again. Six
Well-
in total, but in that one.
Yeah, it's two
With a
sixes,
6, it's not a nat 1 because it's it's a skill check. It's not an attack roll. With a 6, you know that generally some form of magic is needed to activate a portal.
Right, yes. Some magic will be necessary.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, shame we don't have the one with the bird here.
Yeah,
isn't it?
six. Why don't you do a bit of your stand-up? That's magic, isn't it?
Well, it's been known. I have been writing some lyrics down for in case I need to pretend to be a front
So there's,
person after the
there's only
band.
2 people here that can use magic, so maybe we just both cast a little bit of magic at it, see what happens.
yes, yes. I'll cast something.
I hate to be the voice of reason here, but
What would you like to cast?
I shall cast. Oh God.
Well,
just
I'm a
use
little
cantrips for
spent
now.
after
Use your
the
easy
battle,
ones that
really,
don't-
if I'm being
yeah.
totally honest. But
use
I
ones
will...
that don't take up your energy. Is my
Oh yeah,
suggestion.
cantrips. I'll cast. I mean, I have no spell slots,
Yeah.
so it has to be cantrips. I don't know. How about guidance?
as you release the magic, you see again the oily blackness soaking into this tree, and for a moment you almost hear and then shimmering in between the trees, a mirror solidifies.
Would we just quickly? Would we have got a short rest when we're in the pool of water?
Yeah, you've had a short rest.
Okay.
So if I go up to the thingy, do I see myself?
You do see yourself.
Oh.
It's a mirror in every way that we in this world would recognise.
Oh man, I have to throw a hand axe at it. That's just how Six would want to try this.
Make an attack roll. Yeah.
That is 17 to hit.
Boom, gong, 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 gong.
Oh.
It hits it and just bounces off.
Can I perceive what's going on inside of the mirror?
You can make a perception check.
By the way, my hand axes are called "That's Not" and "Good Enough" after the world famous line from Pirates of the Caribbean where he slams down the axe.
What
That's
happens
not good
if I
enough.
touch it?
So Ripper, what you perceive is that you are beautiful.
Great for a dirty 20.
This mirror is incredible. It's
Can
the
I
best mirror you've ever looked
Can I
in.
see the
Perfect reflection of everything behind you. It just looks like an ordinary mirror. I'm not hiding anything there. It's an ordinary looking mirror with your perception check.
Is it touchable? Can I touch it?
Ooh, you are touching a mirror.
Can I walk behind it?
Yep.
behind
Round the
it?
back of it is a mirror.
Okay, great. Can I turn around
Yeah.
and walk backwards into it?
Ah! You bang your head on the back of a mirror.
Alright.
Can I poke my finger into the mirror, Matrix style, from the front?
You touch it, and it is just a mirror. You can't push your finger in. You're touching glass.
When I wave, is it like a perfect mirror? So if I use this
Yep.
hand,
Yep.
Where do we
I'm
need
gonna
to get
cast like a radiant bolt at it. I don't know.
As you release your magic into it,
Yeah.
words appear.
Oh, nice.
I will show you
Nicely
these
done.
words in Foundry.
Uh-oh. Well, we can't show everybody at home, can we?
Okay, well, do you know what then?
Oh, I
will
can replace
just-
our image with the image of the thing briefly so people can see it.
Well, I can just share my
send it
screen,
to me.
can't I? Because I've got permission, and it doesn't matter because we don't have the overlay.
Yes, because we haven't
So
got the overlay.
this is what you will see.
It's reflect.
It's supposed to be.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
always coming from taking.
This is because I don't know about streaming. I thought it might have been something to do with the OBS.
Okay. If I say never going to give you up. Never
my
gonna
God.
give you
We've
up.
just been
Never gonna
roll,
let you
Did
down.
it
roll,
literally
Richard.
solve that
This.
in 10 seconds.
roll
Literally solved
Richard.
it in 10
The
seconds.
roll Richard, I
Excellent.
think
The
it was,
mirror.
isn't it?
Disappears and is replaced with a swirling portal.
Oh shit!
Oh my God.
I'm going
That's,
to roll
I mean,
like my
I am
friend
so
Rick
impressed.
through the portal.
I'm so impressed that you rickroll this and then that you resolve this in 5 seconds.
As
Yes.
you... I mean, I'm like 5% mad, but not at all, because it's worth it for the Rickroll.
Listen,
As
it's Dan. It's Dan, man. He's the puzzle man. If we hadn't had Dan here today, I mean, Joffrey, you'd have done a pretty fucking good job too. But like,
No,
yeah.
no, I wouldn't. I was about to get my camera and try
Oh,
and
my
use
black
mirror
screen.
effect on this to see if it changed it. So,
Sure.
Trust me, we would have been here for hours. My second option was to punch the mirror.
Brilliant. Sean, we're black screened on Twitch.
Oh, hold on. Okay. What about now?
We've still got audio coming, by the way, but just I'll have to
My
wait 60 seconds for that
awesomeness.
replay.
My awesomeness.
yeah, well done, folks.
absolutely
I'm not even slightly mad because it is brilliant.
Literally,
We'll
we're
chuck
like,
up. We'll chuck up on our socials the mirror, something like that. The mirror or something. We'll throw it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was showing this puzzle, I spent a good 5 minutes going, "What's it an anagram of? Okay, it's backwards." And then someone else in the group got it, and I was so annoyed because I overthought it. So well done. That's
Go
brilliant.
simple first. Go simple.
Always go simple first. And the portal appears.
Wow.
Right, we should
After
be back.
you, Docs.
Sean, we're still black
We
screened.
are back. We are. No, we're back.
No,
now.
no, we're back. We're back.
Can we please have the loot?
The portal does not respond.
Well, then
Walk through- after you,
then I
Docs,
walk
you're the
through
fae.
Yeah,
So
I
as you
through.
walk through, It's like walking through jello or something. You feel it kind of pushing
Gosh, this is the
through.
twice most gorgeous thing today. Lovely.
And as you come through, you just see a fey woodland, and leaning against a tree, a beautiful lute.
Do we all walk through, or
I'm
Just
just
come
gonna
through.
look.
Anyone else can come through if they like.
I've leapt through.
okay,
Oh,
as
it's
I walk
nice.
through, I'm gonna give myself a little kiss on the mirror. And then...
Well, the mirror has disappeared and been replaced by a
Oh.
portal.
Oh, right.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
in jello,
Sorry.
which is fine.
Yeah, I'll go through.
Oh, I wanna just sitting. Innocent loot, just sitting there.
Yep.
Is it?
No.
I want
Well,
to throw a rock.
no, but hang on, because the skull.
I'll just grab it.
Yeah,
Wait,
'cause the
well, hold
skull
on,
So
said-
you're going to pick up the loot?
Let me
I'm going to
throw- let
pick
me
up the loot.
Can
let
we
me
just
throw
pick
a
up
rock-
the loot?
Wait, Doc, stop. Wait. Let me throw a rock at him.
I've got it.
No, it's
He's done
fine.
it. He's
He's
done it.
right. The Scold said that as long as we pass the test, he said he wasn't a liar. As long as he passed the portal, everything will be fine. We get the loot.
Yeah.
He was
I'm
very
gonna-
positive.
Just sort of touch the strings to see if it does anything.
Bling,
to
bling, bling!
Oh, very good.
Oh,
very good.
wow, I
But
didn't know
still
you were a
learning.
musician and a comedian.
We've got a new
Still learning.
position in our band.
No, can I? Wonder if I can detect magic or something. I can't. Can I?
It'll take 10
Why
minutes
don't
as a
we leave-
ritual if you can ritual cast.
He grabs Doc's and yanks him back out and goes.
Okay, you are now back in the village of Innisfield.
Brother,
Have I still
remember-
got the
Sorry, go on.
loot?
Yeah, I'm off.
Shall we go find this guy and hope that this is the right loot?
I'm gonna walk backwards out of the thing and be like, "Thank you, Faye. We love you. You are the best. Don't come for us." And I walk backwards through the pool.
You come back through the portal, leaving just 6 in there.
Never
Oh no,
stay
I'm
in the
out.
fair-
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Never
out,
stay in
I'm
the
out.
fair world for too long. I've heard. Remember what Mum said?
Well, that guy
Stay
in
in
it.
the fair.
You'll ruin your day. Yeah.
That's it.
She did say
So
that,
as you
didn't
walk
she?
out, you
Yeah.
find the village in ruins, the red skies above, and lightning
No!
crackling as 10,000 years has
No,
passed.
God.
No. But that would be a cool campaign.
That's literally what happened to that guy, though, it went into the woods and then came back 20 years later. So you know.
It's an old European tale.
That'll happen to
Um,
Octavius, will it? He'll come back an old man. Oh no,
Well-
that might be exactly what happens. Anyway,
We'll have to
doesn't matter.
find out if he comes back. So you are all out. As you come out, the last of you return. Ripper walking backwards. You hear a laughter in the Feywoods as you then step out, and the portal disappears, returning to just the trees.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Can I just check that everything's as we left it? Everything's sort of. the
Yeah,
world
no,
is the
I'm
same.
taking
Okay,
this. You're
okay,
back
cool.
exactly as it was.
We should
Um,
probably take this back to the person.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yes.
matey boy.
we can ask him as a favour, maybe. If he.
Do you wanna, Docs? Can you give it here? I think I'm good at the talking.
Fine,
Thank
but I reticently
You know,
give the loot.
yes, no, this is a good chance actually because as clearly I'm so good at talking that they don't even know what to do around
Yeah.
here and they get confused and they do the wrong thing. So Ripper, can we ask maybe as a Skald he would be able to point us in the direction of Hawthorne on my centre? I mean, there must be a connection there.
Yeah. I
Grapevines
mean,
or
as I
whatever you
said,
call it,
we're
means
gonna
pots.
listen. I've got a lot of tricks. Not tricks, but we've got a lot of things we can talk to this guy about. I think first and foremost, if he is a knowledgeable bard of this place, he can help us find Hawthorne. He can help us find the lake from our vision as well. Like, you know, he may need a bit of time to get the information for the lake from the vision. Like, I don't need that one straight away. And also, I've got something else planned as well. But yeah, I
Let's
think
find.
So roll me an investigation check.
Never gonna give.
21. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
It
I did-
takes you about 5 minutes to find him, because outside the roundhouse there is a kind of 18-year-old man who is got his head bowed, and you see Alfric stood leaning against the door pondering, and you see another slightly older man saying, "Yes, and I'm afraid he did steal my cabbages.
Oh,
And
for the love of God, I'm not going to help this guy find his cabbages.
and the 18-year-old boy kind of has his head down, and Alfred says, I mean, this isn't healthy behaviour, Yuda. Have you got anything to say for yourself? And the young boy goes, I was bored. He goes, Hear me, one and all. The Skald has made his judgment. For his crimes, this boy shall work for a year and a day in the farmer's service. After that time, he shall be forgiven. I have spoken. And yea, the tale is done.
So who is this that's making these judgments? And this is the
Skald.
The guy whose loot whose loot.
Interesting. So we're sort of learning that they're almost like judges and juries in this place.
Yeah,
as well.
it's sort of like magistrates. Aren't they?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So then the crowd disperses, and he sees and goes, "Well, bloody hell, that was quick!
Oh,
and you've got it!
Flip the
Marvelous!
Great. So,
Thousand thanks."
here's the thing.
Yes.
Obviously, as we said, a couple of things. You need to help us, and I'm going to explain about the vision that we all have and the lake and stuff like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
As I'd love for you to know, tell us where that lake is. And also as well, you might have heard of a man called Hawthorne Steele.
Steele? Oh
Yeah.
gosh, who hasn't heard of Hawthorne? He was a legend. He was also College of Valor, Yes, he was one of us. Well, he was from the Heart of Valor, I should say.
So
they call them colleges down south. We don't.
So we
You keep
knew
saying
he's
was.
one of his apprentices,
Is this
right?
Well, no one's seen him in years. There were rumours that he'd returned, of course. But, well, he was always a flighty one. If I'd seen him, I'm sure I would have heard of the songs coming back. But no one's singing songs of him.
And it's another guy, My Centre. You've heard of him as well?
Never heard of him, sorry.
Travelling around together.
No, well, you see, I've been out east for a long
he
time
sort of
in the
looks like-
marshes.
You know the little one that that we're with,
Faeza,
right?
yes.
Yeah, looks.
I was just chatting to her at the
like,
blacksmith's. Marvellous. That toot screech is amazing. I'm going to write the best songs.
Yeah, My Centre basically looks like. He does look like her, doesn't he? My Centre. I
No.
think? Oh no, I thought he was a rock gnome as well.
No. So Faeza described him as a older human male.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right. Well, listen. If you get any leads, right, on this guy, we're looking for him. Faze is looking for My Centre. Apparently, him and Hawthorne were up north here already. They got passage from Lady Caramella Gorgeous or whatever her name was, who runs that crazy. fake
Caramella
thing.
Gorgeous.
I can't remember
What
what
an
her
amazing
name
name.
was.
Do you know, I
That
think
is a
this
good
sounds
name, isn't it?
amazing. I think when the lady spoke, I think I can feel a song coming on.
Right. Hold that thought.
Oh gosh, it's done good time.
Because
We're something of a band ourselves.
I've
so
got
I
some
don't know if we
lovely
know.
insider information for you that's going to come with not too much of a hefty price, but something that I think you're going to really enjoy. So I proceed to tell him all the information that I learned about the other Skald, what he's doing, his entire show, all those bits and bobs as sort of insider trade.
Oh, his usual nonsense.
And here's
it's
what,
utterly boring, I
and
tell
here's
you.
what I think we need you to do. This beautiful man here with the horns and the legs, we wouldn't be alive. Some of the villages we've been in wouldn't be alive. This village wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for his amazing prowess, help, and magic on the battlefield. So, and I'm going to present the loot to him. You can have this back if one of your songs tonight in the solstice is dedicated to Dox and sings about him in such a
he needs an
beautiful,
image
wonderful light, and tells
transformation,
him about all of the and tells the world about how this place wouldn't be
Make a persuasion
clean
check.
if it wasn't for him. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a good call. None of us need
27.
glory, fame or anything.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Damn.
Well, obviously
I'll
we're going
leave
to give you
the
the loot
talking
anyway,
to
otherwise I would ruin your reputations up here and then you'd all starve to death.
Well,
But
the
the
thing
thing
is,
is,
a skull-
I
of
do
course,
like
it's
the
just people over
idea.
the
I do like the idea. Because no one else, and you are sort of an outcast, Dox. Yes, and it would get right under the matron circle's skin.
A cult classic, perhaps, What every artist aspires to.
Oh no, we don't
And
like
you.
cults up here. That causes all sorts of trouble. But I think I can do something. Yes, the renegade Fae, wandering his lands, forsaken by the druids. This could be
Everywhere
one of
he
my
goes,
best ones
making
yet.
his patch a better place. You know, bringing.
Leave it to the professionals, there, soldier boy.
You know,
I've got
I've
an
been
idea of
writing a
what I
little
can
bit
do.
myself. You know, I've been a bit of a
He
writer
does
myself.
beat
I've been...
poetry.
In fact, if you need
And
an
when he
opening,
does
if you need
poetry,
an
we
opening
beat
act
him.
for tonight, he's actually got some amazing poetry he's willing to read out.
Look, come and do 20
think
years
he should do
training,
it.
and then we'll talk.
No, I don't want to
so-
embarrass.
No, the arts are for everyone. Everyone can feel free to.
Yeah,
express
really quite
themselves,
guarded about
you
the
know?
arts up in there. Like in theory, if
That's
you've got
okay,
something to
that's
say,
okay.
you get the
Just say
stage,
it.
mate.
I mean, everyone can perform, that's fine, but to be a
I'm not
skald,
ready, you know.
we
don't
are
think he was-
more than just performers. I mean, bloody hell, you'd be a mime and be a performer. But to be a great artist, one must also know the histories. One must also know the culture of our land, and the laws of our land, and the law of our
I
land.
feel like we
This
are
takes
going to get
time.
along really well.
Of course. Now, the loot, if you please.
Of course. And I hand it
Thank
over
you.
to him.
Well, I had been going to give you my cloak as a reward, but since you've demanded a song, I think that could be better
I
instead.
think the saving of the reputation of one of your countrymen and
It's worth 1,000.
and survivors and heroes of this village for its survival is worth more than any cloak. Especially from the math of such a prevalent and amazing school such as yourself.
Well, that is
It
true.
will
I am
carry
pretty great.
throughout the lands.
Right.
Okay, listen,
well,
man, this,
he
you're
then tosses
you're
his
overcurrying-
cloak,
You're overspicing
and it,
the chili, man.
you see his cloak kind of shimmer and whirl. You're like, well, yes, I suppose it is good to keep her. Oh, keeps me warm in the winter. Right. Well then, I believe with the sun's setting, the gates are closed, the fires are lit. Let's go get pissed. And just turns around and walks into the roundhouse.
I want to
Guys,
put my arm on Doc's and be like you know, give him a sort of like a nod. Do you know what I mean? Just
Thank
like,
you. Do you realize you just gave up a magical cloak for a song?
Yeah. No, I absolutely realise. I feel like I couldn't attune to anything else anyway, but like I've just given up.
Yeah.
You know, if what you
I've-
say
I've-
about
I've
the
given it up.
Skalds
I've given it
here
up to
is
save your
true.
reputation, like
Yeah.
you saved my, my
Yeah,
brother's life.
no,
mate.
for sure. It's probably going to be more useful
This
in
is-
the long run, but
This is what brothers do for each other, right? And I give him a nice,
You
give him
look
like the
good.
clap on the shoulder.
thank you.
You know.
Thank you.
So as you head then into the Great Hall, I'm gonna slightly montage this and then just let me know, because I've just seen the time and obviously there's a long evening of festivities ahead. As the evening cuts in, it begins with a festival where everyone kind of gathers together, and there's a short memorial where they talk about the ones they'd lost, the 10 warriors who defended the village, and who they turn and honour you for the sacrifice that you had made in defending a place you'd never been. And as they're doing this, you look around the audience and the crowd, and you see the small children, the young boys, the young women there that are just starting their lives. You see the thanks in their eyes. As this moves into the religious ceremony of the evening, as Faeza leads them all, suddenly you see these mistletoe that has been hung is taken down. People are stood in a circle around the fire, and Faeza speaks, and she says, as winter draws deep into the darkest night, we honour the time when Elo and Keren come together. When he kisses her and spills his seed on the ground, and new life sets forth, ready for the spring. And there's this kind of moment as all the men in the party are given mistletoe, and some of the kind of the younger guys around you go, just, you'll know when to drop it, don't let it touch the ground before that.
Oh, is this that parasite you were talking about, Docs?
And you see the women are kind of led processionally around and are all kind of gorgeously dressed, and they call the quarters, they call for their gods. So they call for Ginda in the north, for Lina in the west, for Haminwe in the south, and for Rion in the east, to bring blessings to this ceremony. They kind of light candles and bring sage and smudge it, and then there's the moment where Faeza turns around and says, and now let the sun dawn again. And there's this and at the peak, you all see the mistletoe dropped. And as you drop it and it hits the floor, there's this tremendous roar. Music just starts up straight away, and people start dancing and jumping over the fires. Mead starts being passed around, and there's a general sense of celebration. And then Faeza, her tiny voice in the crowd says, "Wait! We are not done. There is yet more to do tonight. Sonic, Frild, step forth." And you see a young couple, no older than 19, 20. She with beautiful spiraling ram horns and with some kind of black with white spotted fur on her cloven hooves, and he similar, but where instead of black and white, it's kind of inverse with white with these kind of black streaks in it, and he has kind of more goat-like horns stretching out behind him. And she says, "There is a hand fasting. Call for the Skalds. Alfric, Kark." And the two Skalds look together, and you can see Kark go to step forward, and then Alfric brings forth his lute. Kring! "I believe it's my turn, dear boy." And Kark looks pissed. And as they step forward, you see these couples' hands are bound in vines, and Faeza leads this ceremony along with Alfric, where they ask the couple questions of will they be bound in love, will they be bound in fire and in water and earth and in spirit and in soul. And finally they are married as Alfric witnesses and says, "So mote it be, for as long as love may last." They kiss and celebrations break out again, and now it's just a full-on party. Everyone getting drunk, leaning over, just eating. As you can see, a pig has been slaughtered for the night, and so there's this kind of roasted pork being handed out, and root vegetables, and more mead, and more mead. And the mead gets spiced, and then there's just honey being handed out on kind of bits of bread towards the end. It is your choice whether you would do.
Can we dance with toots? I want to dance.
Oh, there's dancing
toots.
aplenty. We will absolutely say that you are well rested as the evening draws to a close of partying and merriment and love.
Lack has definitely enjoyed himself.
Yeah.
He's for the first time, his brother's probably seen him being a young man again rather than
dancing.
all the weariness
what would his
dropped.
dance be like? Like Lack's dancing?
Oh, he'd definitely be doing twisting the light bulbs, the salt and
I imagine he's jumping over the fire quite a lot, and he like they were doing.
Definitely
doing flips over the fire. And stuff.
Does he
like
do
that.
the SRK?
Yeah, and the whole kick with the hands thing,
Yeah.
Full Bangra dance. In fact, probably he would dance with his brother at some point.
Yeah,
It's
Six
something
would
that they did as
tear off his
kids,
armor.
do you know what I mean?
And
Go
go
for
at
it.
it. Yeah, I think so.
And they laugh like they haven't laughed in a very, very long time.
Yeah. And they pull Ripper would already be there dancing with a bunch of other people, making them happy. They'd pull Docs into the dancing circle.
Oh, Ripper's basically flirting with everyone of age. Do you know what I mean? He's just he's moving through that group like
he's
a
telling
fluid.
them the same joke about midwives that he told earlier on, over and over.
Yeah,
again.
yeah. And I said to her, right, I've made plenty of babies.
And what's Doc's
And it's
like when
going
you pull
down
him
well.
into the circle?
You see everyone in a great mood. In Faeza laughing. She seems a little bit more aloof, and Doxy would know that it is just druids hold themselves back a little bit because they are responsible for their people, and so they serve the people. They can't just be involved. And she's also a little bit awkward because she's at that age where she doesn't really know where the line is, so she's trying to be a little bit older than perhaps she is, and trying to carry the authority. Dox, what are you doing during this party?
So, you know how the spell Thaumaturgy allows me to create an instantaneous harmless tremors in the ground for a minute?
Yeah.
So I would like to do that, and then I go, "Oh, sorry, I had a bit too much for dinner."
He's always the
You
funny
do.
one. Doxy tells us he's the funny one in the group, you know?
And some of the men who'd earlier been looking at you a little bit unsure, and certainly some of the small kids who've done that thing that all small children do of people they're terrified of, but secretly really interested in, kind of look at you, and we make that joke, just rolling on the floor laughing, because nothing goes down better than a fart joke for small children.
Yeah.
True. Can I intentionally lose can I publicly challenge and intentionally lose an arm wrestle against Docs?
Yeah,
And
of course.
then
Yeah, in a comical fashion. Oh,
yeah, and then be like, oh mate, you know, like really hype him up, like, you know.
So throughout this performance, you see that Kark has stepped forward to do his singing, and as he sings with his flute, he actually sings quite a beautiful song, but it's a bit of a downer on the crowd, and they're like, it's like when a cover band comes on, it's like, yeah, and then the main act comes on. Alfric comes on with his pink and purple stripes, wheeling forth his lute, which almost seems to be kind of magically glowing, and he flicks his cape, which billows back, glowing and sparkling a little bit, and he says, "Now, my friends, I have a tale, a new tale for you all. This is a tale of redemption." And he bursts into a song, which... Cops? Natural 20! Is incredible, where he sings a song that you know is about dogs, because it's very clearly about dogs, but more generally, he sings a song about the unknown wanderer who is mistreated.
Hey, we
and
know this
oft
guy.
wronged.
This is our friend he's singing
Which-
about.
Docs, you don't even have to roll a history check. You see the audience looking slightly freaked out because you know the wanderer is part of your pantheon, the god of chaos, the one who is mistrusted and mistreated. And often, even now, as everyone kind of glances at the door, you see a place set outside the hall, not inside, ever set for the god of chaos during religious ceremonies. But Alfric goes on about how this wanderer had noble intentions and how he'd saved villagers but been outcast purely because he'd been scorned. And the song weaves how he'd saved village after village, unknown, fighting the horrors of the night. And says, maybe the wanderer ends with us, maybe the wanderer will come to your door. And it kind of finishes with a nice diminished chord and a flourish, and everyone goes, it's sort of a little bit tense, but it's new. And people are really into it. Well, let's see. Let's make sure the dice confer. Not kidding. Second that 20 in a row. They are
Nice.
genuinely loving it.
Can I write on a piece of parchment? Like, did you say that there's a table? They talk about this table set for the god of chaos outside.
Yeah.
I want to like take a piece of parchment and basically write sort of something like that I want to commune with them. Because what this song reminds me of, because we've also heard tale of this guy going at the villages that we've been to save, where there's been the attacks of the monsters, right? And it's this god of chaos. So I want somehow, and I don't know how, to sort of leave him like a small offering, like with some incense and stuff.
You
and
do that.
to sort of ask him to visit me in my dreams, basically, like that. Do you know what I mean? Like give me a premonition, like something like that.
Okay, you absolutely do that. And as the night draws late and later and later, eventually you see even the bards, to rapturous applaud, the Skalds are led off to other rooms. One of the younger men comes forward and goes, "We've only got one place for you all. Faeza, you're welcome to stay with Faeza tonight, but gents, we've got one place for you, if you don't mind crashing, being a little bit cramped."
Is it a barn?
We shared a bath. We shared a room. It's...
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And so you're led to one of these small houses that's abandoned. And as you're led there, the guy goes, "Yeah, this was... this is Tanwen's. He was at the battle. So feel free
in all
to...
fairness, there should be 6 places, isn't it, there that aren't?
Yeah, maybe it's like, yeah.
Yeah, the others had families. They're not quite...
Okay. Well, fair
Yeah,
enough.
but he lived
It's
alone.
the bachelor pad.
He wasn't married yet. So, well, sleep tight, and we'll see you in the morning. If you need anything, don't shout, we'll be asleep. But night all. And he leaves you at the door and wanders off.
I'll do a little sort of whatever ritual to make sure that if there's the spirit of this guy.
So
I can
you're
sort
going to
of move
walk...
on.
This is outside the house still, you haven't yet gone in.
Oh,
No, like, Docs, no, let me help you with that, yeah? Like, I do.
We're all pissed, are we? Getting back, trying to get our key in the
Yeah.
lock, basically.
No,
I don't
mate.
think. Yeah,
like,
we
it's
wouldn't
not,
think.
I
I'd
know
just
he's
walk
dead,
in.
yeah, but like, look, we'll just like, I'll help you, yeah. You gotta get a bit of like, what's that thing called? Did it like sage or whatever? You got sage?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you got sage up
both
here.
of you can do the
Like,
same.
I haven't.
Do a
Oh,
spell over
man,
there.
I
You do a
haven't,
spell
like,
over there. Both spells will meet in the middle,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everyone will go. To
Oh, I've
heaven
got a great
or
idea. Why
whatever
don't we
it is,
like hold hands when we do it, right? And then we'll both like, I'll put my hand forward, and then you put your hand in there, yeah. And then we'll both do our magic together and see what happens, right?
Is this
Obviously,
some kind
mine
of
will
thing
win.
we shouldn't be privy to,
you know,
brother?
like-
Should we leave the room? While
I've
they
I
do
was
paused
gonna
this?
say-
for,
So
like,
again, you are
nightcaps.
still
Need
outside in
nightcaps
the
and pass them
road.
around.
Like
Yeah.
you walking
Yeah,
in
and I
through
think
the door.
if someone from
Right.
the outside looked at us, we're just four guys really drunk.
Yeah.
No, we're
Trying
gonna
to get
go
and can't
around.
find the key.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah,
the
yeah,
key
yeah.
into the door that doesn't have a keyhole.
No, can
Yeah.
it be
No,
one of
just a
your
wooden door.
hands that's like
Push
trying
it
to put
open.
it in? One of Lack's hands is like all the hands are fighting to try and find the lock.
So you're just going to open the door?
Yeah,
Just going to push the door open.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what they do to a room that we're told we could go into. Right?
Yeah. As you
they're
push
just
the door
drunk
open,
and- yeah.
you see it's mostly dark.
I
Save
carry Lack
for-
through the threshold like he's getting married. There
I'm
you go,
gonna-
brother.
I'll
Go on,
Save
cast
for a
a-
single light,
Okay, fine.
which is a candle on a table by a cloaked figure.
Oh,
Oh,
fucking
mate.
Pulls back his head. Well, the
They told
hood.
us this room
Not
was
his head, that'd be
available.
fucking weird, like a Pez.
Yeah.
And pulls back his hood. Well, I hear you've been looking for me, Ripper. You see the figure
I was
of
having
Loki.
so much fun.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh, sorry,
Floki's
mate.
here,
Wrong house.
drinks
We got,
all
we got
around,
told this was
mead.
the. we got
And
told
that's
this was the
where we're
house.
ending tonight.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, that guy was like, this is the wrong house, mate. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, God, chaos.
Okay. Oh man, we're gonna be so ridiculous when we come back in the new year. Just four pissed characters turning up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Can we like also just for flavour? Can Faeza be like nearby? Because I also think, of course, like Christine can speak to this, Faeza can speak to this. But when it comes to sleeping, there's no sort of like weird. We mostly would sleep in our clothes and robes and stuff anyway. So
Yeah, no, it's just there
down, like-
literally would have been like a house next door or something. Like
just in
everyone's
case shit
easily
goes
within
down, she
accessible.
can be here.
Because remember, obviously,
yeah.
Octavius is somewhere. He has
Yeah.
not come back at all.
Yes.
Well, for
No,
anyone
there's still
watching,
gonna have to-
that's interesting. So this is not
There's-
just
there's-
coincidentally because Bradley's away this week as well, but Octavius is going through some kind of journey of his own. So whether how he comes back to us, if he comes back to us, is something to look forward to.
We'll find out
Yeah.
at some
Does
point.
Docs recognize this Floki character? I can't remember if we've met.
You have not met him,
Hmm.
but you do instantly would have assumed it was the
Yeah.
Wanderer.
All
I
right,
guess we'll
sweet.
find out
Well,
next
I
session.
guess we'll
Yeah.
we'll find out. Yeah.
So when are we back? So we're going to take a break for Christmas. This will be our last session before the new year. Am I right, or is there one sandwiched in between?
I think it's 3rd of Jan.
3rd of Jan. So we're back 3rd of Jan. We may put some content out in between. So if there are people hanging around, you'll see us. You'll get a notification. Make sure you're following and all sorts of other things you've got to do. Because a handful of us who are around might put something Christmassy out. Because it might be a good excuse just for the people who are around to actually get on a sort of chat together. But if not, we'll definitely be back on the 3rd of Jan. And I think the whole gang will be there, right? Are we thinking so? Brad will be
Supposed to
there.
No,
Christine will
Are we
be there.
sure?
I don't
about the
think we
3rd.
are. I don't think we are
it's the
back on the
10th.
3rd. I think it's the 10th.
Oh,
10th.
okay.
There we go.
We'll put something out on our socials anyway. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. So we're back on the 10th. Yeah, you're right, because of the bank holiday and all that.
Yeah.
So we're back on the 10th, and the gang's all there. So Christine will get to play catch up on the hideous war skirmish that we just had, and then the sort of frivolities.
I'm sure she'll be very glad she wasn't part of the bar.
Yeah, she was doing far too many sensible
Now, to be,
things
to
while
be
we were
fair,
there,
she's got
creating a
Create
revolution.
Bonfire. She'll be there. She would have been
Yeah,
there
true.
heating it up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you know?
true. That's true. And so it'd be interesting to know, how Faeza feels about her part to play in our newfound sort of Agents of Chaos type outfit that we're going to be sort of leaning into, and Octavius, where he fits into all of that as well. So that'll be pretty exciting. That's all going to kick off. And off Loki, because Six is pretty pissed off that he doesn't know anything about off Loki or what's going on. So So that'll be an interesting thing for the 10th. And we'll be pissed, which would be great.
Or will you?
Yeah,
Well, unless Offloki gives us like some kind of
No,
instant
he'll just cast like Greater Restoration
sobering
and
spell.
sober us
But
up.
to be honest, that'd be really annoying. You know,
I could do with Great Restoration though. That cure everything else we've got, which would be brilliant.
it's true, but they need to take our buzz away. You know.
I saw an incredible
Nothing can take
video.
the buzz away. Don't need alcohol for it.
Absolutely.
I saw a great video there. It's a short clip of a online D&D stream where a character casts Greater Restoration on a group, and one of them's a lycanthrope, and the whole point of that character is that they can turn into a werewolf, and obviously Greater Restoration cures lycanthropy. So,
Oh
your
shit!
powers are
over.
gone.
Oh my
That's it.
god!
That's where the
And
DM
that's
needs
why
to.
you need to tell all your fellow
Yes,
players,
Yes.
your players, not the characters, about your character, so that kind of shit doesn't happen. Ruined.
Yeah, ruined.
Yeah, well, I always think if someone's basing a character around it, having a general spell they could do it that's only 5th level as well, which like most of the high level magic users in the game would be 5th level. But like, oh, I've just got to get some money together to go see that healer, and I can get anything cured. Like, there's got to be some plot armors that's not plot armor, but things that are slightly trickier. Greater Restoration plus a MacGuffin or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, you can completely ruin a story arc. 'Cause that's the only thing where like 5e is great, but all the spells are you can literally do anything to the point of negating most challenges. There's always got to be an agreed discussion about
Wizards
okay.
suck.
Well, yeah, but then if you said to someone like I've had a discussion about okay, like fire magic doesn't exist in this world, so be like okay, cool, that's an interesting challenge. Or teleportation. So I'm playing in a campaign where teleportation doesn't exist. That includes things like Misty Step, and that completely changes how you use the battlefield. So that's really interesting, but that has to be an agreed discussion about the world and the setting and the game and the tone. It's like revivifying stuff in Curse of Strahd, isn't it? Like it's interesting when you limit the magic in some way according to the setting. That's what great writers do. People like Brandon Sanderson, they write great books because they limit their magic rather than going, oh no, yeah, just do anything, mate. Because that is boring for every other
It's a shame
character.
the TV show is better than the books, though, isn't it?
Oh boy! Now we need to tempt Johnny back.
And that
for
was
next
the
Monday to
bloody
chat
song
about,
for this year. We may see you next year. We might.
Ripper is now level -1.
He knows it. He knows it. Well, have a lovely Christmas.
Yeah,
and
season's
If you
greetings,
want-
everyone. Happy holidays. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna put
Happy Hanukkah.
Johnny's. We'll put the if you don't mind, Johnny, we'll put the
I do mind. What am I doing?
image up on social media of the riddle because we had a
Yeah.
bit of trouble with the stream. So we'll put that up, and maybe you can use it to trick your friends and see whether they get it. I thought it was very well put together.
Just the
Was
problem
it?
is having Dan on the team. Yeah,
No,
no,
that's-
You just
It was. I don't think I would have got it, Johnny. I'm not gonna lie.
Dan's the
But
puzzle
I was hoping
destroyer.
for a little bit of puzzlement.
Not with Dan
Mate,
around.
Dan-
It just can't be
mate,
done. He's
You've
too
been
good.
here a long time.
I think
a long,
also as
too
well-
long. My life
Challenge accepted.
If you for the listeners at home, if you listen to the 2-shot we did of Dan's world, he loves putting puzzles in his own world as well.
Yeah.
So he is a bit of a puzzle master. So
Yeah, I love
you
puzzles.
did come up with that one. But
So tell
yeah,
us your own
let us-
puzzles. Where can people tell us their own puzzles? They can tell us some of their own
Yeah,
sort of
so
Christmassy related
You'll
stories.
be able to
maybe.
find the puzzle that we put up today at Bloodsong Party on Twitter and Blood and Song on Facebook and Instagram. Also, if you could let us know what your plans are for Christmas in terms of, are you playing board games?
Yeah.
Christmas, is that tradition for you? You know, what board games I saw the list of like top board games on Polygon, and like Matt Mercer loves one about monsters, and Dungeon Crawl Classic came up a couple of
The
times.
one he likes about monsters, by the way, costs about £400.
Yes.
Oh,
but,
is
you know.
it Kingdom Death Monster?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's the one. Yeah.
That's it, mate. So my friend Dave Biederman, friend of the show, he's a German chap I went to university with. He was talking to me about that last time he came down to the UK, and he was like, the starter set is like £400 for Kingdom Death Monster, and
Yeah.
it was like, it's such an obscure sort of cult classic.
Well, that's what you get when you're a Hollywood voice actor.
Yeah, when you get paid, when you get 9 million off of Twitch, don't you? So
Yeah, but 9 million a year for a big business or medium-sized business is actually piss all.
well, they're not a medium-sized business.
I
I mean, I'm
That's-
not going
they
to
are
sniff
a
at
lot.
9 million. That's, that's a
Yeah.
whole different.
Well, no,
when
but we've
I'm
got
not
to differentiate between turnover and income. Like if it was a
Yeah.
9 mil turnover for a medium-sized business, because they are medium, like big is like Amazon, Apple. They're a medium-sized business. 9 mil turnover is actually like people are surprised and outraged. Like
Either way,
business makes money.
It's too much
No,
money.
not
Stop
surprised,
giving it
like,
to them. Give it to us, right?
Yeah.
And the way that you can do that is you can subscribe on YouTube. If you make sure you hit the bell icon to get known of new episodes, and make sure you follow us on Twitch as well. Total Party Win. You know, we need 9. We're on the road for 9 million now. We need that, and we're at the same level that Ripper's at, -1. So
That's the truth.
So, but have a wonderful holiday, everyone.
And enjoy the fact that tomorrow is midwinter, the longest night of the year, which means the days are going to be getting brighter soon. So as tough as things have been, they're going to hopefully be getting better. We will see you in 2022. Until then, may the Great Mother guide you in all that you do. Good night.